everyone, and welcome back to Tabletop, Fables and Dogs of M.E.R.C.Y. I'm DM Cody, and we're going to start from this end because our resident magician is bookbound.
Hey everyone, I'm Maddie, and I'm playing as Claramond Brenadua, a human trickery cleric, worshiper of the Traveller, and recently back into Baldur's Gate, where she originally grew up and has been trying to avoid for many years.
Hello everyone, my name's Matt, and I'm playing Smoke, a nature druid, jeez. Maybe multi-classes of druid.
Well, you've got high enough wisdom too, so yeah.
Basically playing as a druid.
Yes, a nature cleric of the Tabashi/Tabaxi persuasion, and I love my milk, I love spreading love, but I'm getting increasingly frustrated that my efforts are in vain, people end up dying anyway, and yeah, old ladies, eh? Probably should, they're so sweet. Should have let them all go.
Right decision. It's the right thing to do.
For any amount of context, the last old lady we ran into turned out to be a vampire. I'm Blake. I play as Raz, a little Air Genasi rogue, who is remembering many useful things are in the bag of holding that was given to him by Ruse.
My name's Brett. I'm playing Professor Montbank.
Correct.
Professor, please, Belvedere Montbank.
That's enough said.
That's it. He is a wannabe adventurer on the basis that adventurers live when everyone else dies. In situations such as hell coming to this plane. Or vice versa.
Can't confirm.
This plane's going to hell.
I mean, have you seen the kids these days?
Yes, I have.
Students can't even scull a full yard glass. They have to use the half yards.
Pathetic.
I know.
So last time you did your due diligence researching the Brooks of Vampire,
did we?
residence.
Oh yeah.
We did. You found out a lot about it, where it's living, some of its victims recently, and then decided to go for a wander outside the city instead, hoping to find a new friend who might be able to help you with this vampire.
Yes, Sir Stephen, and that's with a PH.
Ah, yes. Sir Stephen. Yes.
I mean, that was a different friend. This
Yes.
was Lorian.
Oh yes, Lorian.
Yeah. We looked at what kind of vampire it was and went, you know what? Let's look for a way to not fight that if we can.
Yeah. And the answer is to get it stoned.
So leaving the city gates, you found that most of the outer city was completely destroyed from combat. A lot of buildings burnt to the ground, a lot of dead bodies left behind where people have just been too afraid to go out and collect them. Towards the end, you saw a few wild horses where the stables had burnt down, and you were heading to Little Callumsham, where you knew Lorian to live. And that is where we left it. So at this point, you're arriving in Little Callumsham. It's probably about an hour from sundown at this point. It's casting a bit of an eerie red light between the red flames and the setting sun. And you enter to find a small walled city almost completely abandoned, which is quite strange considering it is walled and defensible. But it looks like there are a few guards left, and that's about it.
Something doesn't feel right.
Well, last time I was here, I did get mugged.
And it was also significantly less on fire.
Oh, yes.
Do you, Professor, do you have any of these mugs spare?
No, I mean robbed.
He was held at weapon point and relieved of his valuables.
Well, growing up,
I assume relieved of your valuables, don't I?
Oh, yes, but they didn't really have weapons on them.
So potentially just pickpocketed.
Oh, they had a mean countenance, and there was a number of them, and
let's be honest, someone probably just looked at you the wrong way. Nothing really happened, did it?
they robbed me. But I
Of your
figured.
dignity.
Oh, yes.
Can I roll insight?
Sure. I don't see why not.
Excellent.
I mean, you could just tell him, yes, he did lose a bunch of his dignity that day.
That's 18.
He was robbed, and he lost his dignity as well.
Yeah.
Smoke just walks up to him, puts an appendage on his shoulder, and just attempts to console him.
Yes, well, now I know some powerful combat spells. It won't happen again.
And if it makes you feel better, your muggers are probably dead.
Hopefully.
Well,
I mean,
in the meantime,
not.
shall we go and find out? See if we can go find Lorian. I mean, I assume we look for the
Her home that she lives in, presumably.
Yep, so you get to a large walled gates,
The guys then.
they're sort of half ajar. You see a couple of one young, one veteran guard standing there. They kind of eye you suspiciously as you approach.
Sup?
Hello.
We're here to see Laurie.
No idea who that is. Feel free.
Well, thank you.
If you're losing, we'll kill you.
Well, yeah,
Fair enough.
I'd assume as much.
But otherwise, the rest is your problem.
Fair enough. You don't want to, escort us and make sure we're not looting?
No.
Cool.
Then how,
Relax guards around here.
how will you know if we loot to kill us?
We'll see you coming back out.
Let's head on through and I'll just go, let's just not turn back to back of holding, shall we?
Well, if you kill looters, then my robbers are probably dead by now.
That's a good point,
There's
actually.
only one way to escape this place, of course, so they must be seen.
Alright, let's go find Lorian, shall we?
Yep. So you head through the city. It's completely, or this small township is completely abandoned, other than a few people you see, or you hear more in their homes, milling about. One small guard patrol you see in the distance walking around, looking like they're not really interested in what they're doing. Everyone roll perception for me.
Beat that, folks. I'll let you all go first.
Oh, okay. 21.
I can beat that by 1 with a 22.
14.
25.
Yes.
So yeah, you're walking through and you just sort of are looking around, seeing what's going on. Being so empty is quite unusual. Your eyes are drawn to a little bit of movement. You see it first in the inn, which has been emptied out, and there are, with your perception, you see at least 20 dead soldiers laid out across tables in the inn.
Look,
Roll for heartbreak.
Professor. Raz, Clary, we don't want to go that way. Pointing towards the inn. Something foul. Many things are foul. Lay
Or maybe
inside
it's
and decide this is. Yeah, I'm just gonna do a little prayer to. The Smoke's gonna Smoke's gonna do a little prayer to Eldath.
Yep.
Under his breath.
Yes, I can smell them when the wind changes.
Oh, Professor, I'm sorry, that was me.
You smell like 20 rotting corpses.
Well, I've been drinking a lot of milk for a while now.
Roll a d100 for me.
Okay. How many?
Unrelated.
How many farts do I let off?
I said unrelated to the milk.
Oh, sorry, you did that.
I was wondering if the milk in his hat is going.
Alright, so 19?
19? Yeah. You sort of mutter a prayer as you walk past, and you notice that a large tree that grows next to the inn. You see a couple of flowers open up like the sunlight hit them.
Smoke naturally gravitates towards that tree.
Yep.
And just puts his hand up against it, his mouth pretty close to the tree. Eldath? Is that you?
Raz from where we noticed the inn. Wasn't it you who said we shouldn't go that way?
But there's I don't hear. Slash ignore.
He's
Look,
having a moment, let him have it.
I have so many questions.
It's one of those cleric things, isn't it?
So many things. So
I guess. I mean, it's a plant, so I assume as much.
You don't get any response. The tree feels quite warm. Could just be from the day's sun, though. But it was quite unusual. You almost saw them bloom before your eyes. Just a couple of small flowers.
Smoke reaches out and gives it a big hug.
Yep.
Yeah. We'll just stay there until it gets awkward.
Well, it's
You
at least
see,
on brand.
You see
Very.
inside just a glimpse of a couple of clerics wandering around wearing white robes.
Well, obviously there's not much we can do for the dead here at this point, so shall we continue on? I will pull you away from that tree if I have to, Smirk.
Still with arms around the tree as far as he can reach them. Smoke turns to Clara. Well, I don't know about the traveler, but Eldath, one of the things we might do is we could go inside and bless them. Perhaps so they don't, previous adventures turn into anything that may harm us or other people.
didn't you see the other clerics around? I think they've got that covered.
Where the clerics heading towards?
They were in the inn tending to bodies.
Yeah, cool. Oh. Well, fair enough.
I think perhaps our skills are better used elsewhere.
Well, yes, we seem to be the only ones prepared to stop this vampire.
Well, eventually.
Well, I'll say
Prepared or stupidly courageous?
I mean, we're some of the few that even know that it exists, so yes. So all counts.
Fair.
We mustn't let this death spread.
I believe that's...
These are from the demons. Well, from the devil, sorry. These are not vampire myths. We are not preventing this. Yet.
But the vampire could cause more death.
Absolutely.
Exactly, and we're going to deal with what we can, rather than the sort of overwhelming, looming catastrophe that is upon us. But, I mean, there's only 4 of us right here. There's only so much.
Listen, we should pick up this Medusa friend of yours before nightfall.
Agreed.
Oh, I forgot about nightfall. Let's go.
So you head towards the large gilded gates of their property. You see them once again ajar. No lights are on in the house. It seems like it has probably been abandoned.
Well, shit.
Should have really thought of that.
Okay, run for raw perception for me again.
But I didn't see any statues. 21.
There's a house there.
Usual.
The 12, yeah, I'm pretty
Yeah,
sure.
pretty confident.
I'm not even sure of that over the 10.
13. Yeah, so as you're saying at the front of these gates, looking for any signs of life, you notice just out of the corner of your eye, just something in the sky. Turning your head to look up, you see the creature from the Shadowfell circling far ahead, off in the distance.
We may have company.
Oh, hey, Gerald.
It doesn't seem to be too close. It's just obviously going around the perimeter. It's moved from the Dragon Gate now.
Neat.
I guess you could say its food has moved.
Smoke. Would you pass that information?
Yeah.
Smoke will find the nearest place to hide.
Yep. You could probably dash inside their house from here if the door's not locked.
Done.
Well,
In goes Smoke. It's like, well, I mean, I was going to suggest doing that, but
I guess, it looks mostly abandoned, and so I guess we can assume that Lauren and her husband have moved on. Therefore, there's not much more we can do to help them.
yeah, as long as we don't actually loot the place, we should be allowed to leave with our lives.
As you're discussing this, you've noticed Smoke's dash inside, pulled the door open, which was closed but not locked, and disappeared inside.
Well,
Smoke!
No response.
/ ignore.
Oh, what do I want? Okay, fine, I'm going in.
Come on, Professor.
No.
Come on, Fez is having a narcoleptic.
No, I was observing this creature.
The creature in the sky. Yeah.
It's in.
Yeah, so you all head inside, and it's pretty much exactly how you remember it. Very well presented. Doesn't look like there's any sign of struggles or reckless abandon as they were leaving. Looks like someone went to the shops and just didn't come back.
Also, I'm just saying, Max, I don't know we have a bag of holding.
Yeah. Oh, yes, I know.
Might want to just keep an eye out, just in case.
Oh.
I'm having a look around.
It's
Absolutely.
a very well appointed house, some very expensive looking wines and spirits.
Oh, I'm taking those wines.
Yep.
Just like 1 or 2 of those at least.
Yeah, just like maybe.
I'm going to let you roll an insight check.
Okay. Suddenly my cursed die is doing quite well because that's a 23.
You'd know a lot of the higher end homes in the cities have some sort of alarm.
Actually, I might just quickly do a ritual detect magic. Just give me 10 minutes if that's okay.
10 minutes?
I just want to make sure there's no alarm. Because otherwise, I'm guessing that's probably how they catch the looters and why this place isn't cleared out already. Think of it that way.
Okay,
Smoke, wherever you are, please don't touch anything yet.
Given that I disappeared into the house, would I have heard that?
Yeah, I mean, it echoes. It's quite a very large foyer, and everyone's in the house now, so you'd probably be not too far away.
Okay, then Smoke will just like very exaggeratedly just take like giant but soft steps.
Where did you go in the house? Did you go up the stairs towards where the bedroom was, or are you down with the foyer and kitchen area still?
Well, I think the first place Smoke will go to in any house will be the kitchen.
Yep.
So I'd be going towards the kitchen.
To look for milk?
If I could, well...
So there's a sitting room to the left, and it's sort of an open kitchen behind there with the pantry.
Yeah.
Very well stocked. You find plenty of milk.
Great. I take off the hat and just top it up a tiny bit.
Yep.
And then look for some sort of material that I can finally try to go to work on my store. So I can just sit on the run.
Sure.
Investigation check. Yep. Ooh, nice. 17.
Yep, so you start searching through the cupboards in the kitchen and can't find a thing. But as you're sort of walking past the bay window that looks out over the back garden, you see some hay where they obviously had some horses where they were fed. And you thought the hay probably do a pretty good job.
Cool.
If you could find a way to sort of strengthen and reinforce it anyway.
Interesting. I do not relay this information to the rest of the party.
You'll go without.
Does my detect magic detect anything?
After 10 minutes, you feel there is an alarm spell here, but you feel the magic. You know how these work. It's not hitting its receiver, essentially.
Oh, Raz, you may be in the clear. There is an alarm spell, but I think slightly faulty.
Faulty how?
There's something about it's detecting the thing,
Alright.
but it's not going off.
Faulty, we won't get caught somehow?
Potentially.
You can cast alarm, right, as a spell.
We both can.
He can, I can't.
Oh, I can.
Okay.
As it's described to you, you feel like it would be as if you set an alarm, and when it pinged to you, it just was stopping short of you, and you couldn't receive it.
Because alarm has to be in a certain distance.
Yeah, so they're out of range of it. And its range is something like, what, 5 miles?
Oh, yes. A bit shorter than that.
2 miles, I think it is.
2 miles. So they're not...
So they're definitely,
Well, hopefully.
Well,
hopefully.
If they're closer than that, then they're dead.
I was going to say, 2 miles from
that's
here,
a
like,
fair point.
towards the other side of Baldur's Gate is, like...
It'll basically be to the, almost to where you came from, the stables, and then that again the other way.
Right, okay.
So they're not in Little Calensham, basically, if it's not hitting there.
Cool, then I'm taking that one.
Yeah.
Yep, you find about 30 bottles, or exactly 30 bottles.
I might not take, maybe take just a couple.
I was to say,
Not too many, because we don't want to make it look really obvious.
Yeah, take like 2 at most.
Yeah, 2 bottles of expensive
Okay,
wine.
sure.
While this is going on, Smoke will suddenly remember Lorien and why we're there, and will make his way towards the bedroom.
Yep.
Well, this is your friend's house, isn't it?
Correct.
More of an acquaintance than a friend.
Also correct.
Employer, actually. But
Triple correct.
It's good to know you only steal from acquaintances and employers and not from friends.
well, they're at least dead or away, and everything's going to shit around here, so I don't feel that bad about taking a bottle of wine or 2.
Stole 300 gold from Smoke.
Stole is a
It's in
strong
the
word.
party fund.
So, think of it this way, Professor. Within the next week, this place is going to be burnt down and all of this wine will have been gone anyway.
So why not at least make use of it and drink it first? Drown our own sorrows.
Oh, I'm not judging. I'm just curious about the adventuring lifestyle. It's good to know where I stand.
So you take 2 bottles of whatever you would like out of those 30 bottles sitting on the shelves. That all
I'll
very pristine.
I'll take
maintained
2
numbers.
that are sort of hiding towards the back, so that I'm not sort of disturbing the front part, if that makes sense.
Yep. Yeah, so a couple that are harder to notice missing.
Yeah.
Not disturbing the facing.
Yeah.
Yep.
Cool. Into the bag of holding they go.
As you're sort of going through them and looking for them, you see Smoke disappear up the stairs behind you. You get to the bedroom, the door's been left open, and it looks exactly how you remember it, except for with no one there. The bed's been made, everything's been tidied up. Looks like someone recently swept the tiled floors.
Yep.
It's like... Oh yeah.
No, you go.
Okay, I was just like, as we're putting away the wine bottles, Brian's will probably say something to the effect of like, I wonder who the alarm was pinging to.
That is a good point.
Like, neither of them really struck me as spellcasters in and of themselves.
I mean, either of you can roll a straight inside on that one.
Hey!
Yeah.
And Smoke will like to
That's
investigate the bedroom to see
Damn,
if
it's
there's
an
any
19, that's off.
sign that may point towards, struggle, disappearance of any kind.
Sure. What did you get for your insight?
10.
13. Yeah.
It's a bit weird.
It's a bit weird. It's a bit weird. Yeah.
There's like a security company somewhere.
Investigation if you're, or... if you're looking for struggle, I'd let it be survival or investigation.
I will take survival, if that's okay, so 25.
Yep, so
Nice.
you start scouring the room, looking for a sign of struggle. You're pretty confident there was no struggle at all here. And you sort of follow that, and it looks like they've just taken their personal belongings, walked straight out the door, and walked away.
I call out to the ether and the echo. It looks like she left of her own free will. There doesn't appear to be any signs of struggle.
Well, in which case, I guess we'd better just have a bit of a poke around and then leave.
I suppose, yeah. See if there's anything else, monstrously valuable left behind.
Absolutely. I mean, I would assume they would have taken their prized possessions, but after all, we did already get their locket. Which we still need to get engraved, by the way.
Indeed. Remember that? We were going to get that done by somebody. Who was that?
I don't remember. I don't think we ever figured that one out, but
also it'll be monstrously difficult to get somebody else to do it given the constraints, shall we say?
I mean, you could try scratching it in, but how soft is the metal?
It's gold. It's fairly soft.
Gold.
I think originally the plan was to get Ruse, who had a tattooing background, to do it.
Yeah. Well, so much for that one.
Look, I hear. Well, remember, I'm a bit of a charcoal artist.
This is not charcoal.
But
In the meantime, I think, to be honest, we have slightly more pressing matters in the fact that I'd rather not have any more orphan children in the lower districts of Baldur's Gate die tonight.
Gotcha. Yes.
Professor leaning against the front doors just nods. Patiently.
Yeah.
I think we should go before it gets too late.
Yep.
So are you searching the house before you leave, or you?
Might just do a quick investigation check, but otherwise not spending too long.
Where are you looking?
Ooh. Trying where we place it. Like, how many rooms are there in this place?
Well, from what you're saying, you've got your foyer, your sitting room, through the back to the kitchens and a pantry storage. There seems to be a study on the right-hand side. Upstairs there is a master bedroom, and there seem to be a couple of guest bedrooms.
I'd say probably the study.
Yep.
Investigation. That is a 16.
Yep.
Since there seems to be time, I'll sort of gaze longingly around the foyer.
Yeah, so you search around, you do find in the bottom drawer of the desk a small lockbox that you know would generally carry coin.
Alright, I'm grabbing that.
Yep.
cool.
And I'll just head back to the foyer. Raz, I just pass this off to you. I'm sure you can probably open it with no trouble.
Possibly.
Weighs about 14 kilos, fairly heavy.
Yeah.
It's definitely made of solid lead.
Solid what, sorry?
Lead.
Ooh.
Oh.
See, previously you had my interest, but now you have my attention.
That's what you do.
Maybe pick that lock. Actually, maybe check it for traps first. To see what
It's going in the bag. That's a later Raz.
Yes, but make sure you note it down. So.
As you're standing by the door, you do know the sun's starting to go down. You figure if you move straight away, you'll probably get back to the city by sunfall.
Let's go then.
Yes. Now, do we wish to speak to Sir Stephen again?
Well, I certainly think if we could enlist his assistance, it would be very useful.
He was going to ask around for the god's blessings at the temple.
Yes.
Oh, the temple is.
It's about 2 hours away.
I'll say it's further out, isn't it? Yeah.
No, I
he
believe
was
he
going
was
to ask
looking
around
around
at
Baldur's Gate.
He was going to go where the garrisons are at the Dragon's Gate.
Oh, that's even better.
The high priest there.
Okay, yeah.
Wait a minute.
He would have discussed meeting you back at the university.
Okay.
In which case, we should head back there to meet.
Yes, we should.
I'd rather not delay and waste anyone else's time while they're waiting for us to return. So.
Yeah. Smoke will come back to the foyer.
What's up?
Rejoin.
Found any milk?
Hey, howdy, partner. Yeah. Just had a nice rest upstairs and, just chilled out a bit.
Didn't find Lorraine or a partner?
Fortunately not. Yeah. Like I said, it's It's kind of probably just left because of the impending doom that we're all facing and looking for somewhere a little bit safer. Perhaps within the city proper.
Fun.
But I guess we could ask around for a blindfolded woman, but I don't think we really have time for that.
Not really, no. After the vampire.
Alright, let's head off.
So you start heading back to the gate of the little Kalimshan. You see the guards, same guards standing there.
If those horses are still there, I'd like one.
Yep. Yep, so on the way out they just say, no looting.
No.
Can I get a horse?
Well, it's not here yet, that's a bit further on.
Oh, good. Actually, yeah.
Probably for the best.
Yeah.
No.
No, really.
That's all I
No.
Alright, good. Everyone can roll inside if they like to work out why these guards seem like they don't care.
No.
Yeah, hey.
Is it because they don't?
That would be great.
18.
16.
6.
That was great.
The two of you just pick up straight away that they don't want you to loot, but most of their friends have probably died in the last day or two, and they really aren't in this anymore.
Oh,
Yeah.
man.
I'm still just focusing on that logbox.
Well, I mean, yeah. It's in my bag. How do you think I feel?
Smoke will just go up to the closest one and just look, son, you seem. I turn to Raz. I'm not gonna try to convert him. Don't worry. And then
So glad.
Are you going for the veteran or the younger one?
I think the veteran.
Yep.
Yeah, the veteran. So I take the son comment back then. Look, oh no, wait. Look, sir, you seem, yeah, partner. You seem a little bit forlorn, a little bit lost. What's on your mind?
All the fallen brothers we have behind these gates. The fact that I'm probably going to be next. Is there anything else I can do for you?
Well, you could perhaps join us.
I don't think that will be happening. Please move on.
Well, Eldath guide you.
We thank you for your service to the city.
Yes.
And also rest easy knowing you're not going to get killed by that weird shadow thing over there in the distance.
No. Seems to leave us be. For now.
Like Devil's better.
Would he have they have a crossbow on them by any chance?
Let's find out.
Please don't try to steal the crossbow off the guards.
I already got one.
Oh, you're looking for more bolts? Or...
No, they both seem to.
Yep. Against, stealthily, I'm going to try to pass them 2 of the bolts.
The silvered ones?
Yes.
Stealthily
Me
but true.
neither. Why?
So
I'm
they,
gonna roll
your
a
friends can't see
perception
or they
check.
don't notice?
So they can't see. So because
He knows we're going to stop him.
smoke would exactly.
You can see a 16.
Smoke wants to do that for them because he feels their loss, their sorrow, and he wants them to have at least a bit of a fighting chance if they come across
A vampire? Which is not in this area at all.
How are you making it
They
stealthy
might not
so
be able
your
to.
friends won't notice?
Well, Smoke's already moved up to them, so his back would be turned to them. So he's just gonna reach in, and just pull them out.
Yeah,
Mischievously.
I rolled
Surprise them with a couple of
16.
crossbow bolts.
Yeah, right.
Stealth.
Oh,
So the
God.
guards are cool.
Yeah.
All sleight of hand, your choice.
What's better?
Please not.
17. Stealth.
Ah!
Oh, no.
I know
They
nothing.
sort of look confused. You give them a significant look. They see the silver glinting a little bit and look up and can tell you're hiding from your friends. And he sort of takes it and slides it under his arm with his 18 on stealth.
Cool.
Looks at you.
And I just whisper. I just whisper in his ear. Vampire, be wary. I say I whisper, vampire, be wary. Yeah.
Oh.
Don't say anything. I don't think my friends will like this.
I'm 50 feet down the road, tapping my staff on the ground,
Come on, Smoke, hurry up.
Yeah.
He
They've heard
sort of
enough of
looks
that
down at the
Eldath
silver,
already.
frowns a bit and nods at you.
You'll have plenty of time to console the survivors later.
Come on,
Safe
Smoke.
travels.
Smoke rejoins the rest of the party.
We probably won't. If history teaches us anything, it's that adventurers survive, all the guards die.
It doesn't matter. even if there are no survivors, he'll have somebody to console at some point.
Because every single god has a family, well, usually.
Yeah, perhaps their families wind up with you.
Before I do leave them and go back to the party, I just want to ask them their names.
Yep. They give you their names as the.
Cool. They
Terrence
were
and Horan.
Terrence and what?
Horan.
Terrence and Phillips.
Oh god.
Hey guy.
What were they?
Oh, you'll find out later on.
Right, yeah. Before they run off and admit themselves about it.
They were Philip and Flathead.
Cool.
The Screwdriver Brothers. So you head out towards the.
Were they vampires? Sorry.
Couldn't tell if they were. Out towards the outer city where it was burnt to the ground. You do see some horses still in the fields. What sort of horse are you looking for?
Well, you just said there was a couple that were like.
I'm going to roll to see if it's exactly what you want it to be.
Okay.
So a stunning black mare or a white stallion.
Perhaps
I'll take a nice grey.
Is there
perhaps chestnut is more your bent.
probably now with the Fresco one, he can actually ride, or would he just want the best?
Grey stallion, let's go.
He would just. No, he doesn't know anything about horses. He just goes for a horse. He has ridden them, but he doesn't know anything about horses.
Yeah, you approach one and it looks like a very well kept Clydesdale. You think it's probably survived because it is in incredibly good shape. It looks like a prize horse from what you know of them.
You have found the biggest boy.
Are
I'll probably go looking for one as well.
Are there anything other than just horses in the stable?
No, this is a horse stable on the outskirts of the city.
A horse stable. You.
Stable for the horses.
I'd like to walk up to the horse, hypnotise it, and jump on its back.
Roll an animal handling check.
I'd like to walk up to the horse, hypnotise it.
Just roll one anyway.
Oh, that's actually probably really good. 17.
Yeah, you hypnotise it and you realise as you cast a spell it's already incredibly tame and ready for you to ride it.
Damn it.
I'll see if I can grab
Got
one as
94.
well.
How good the horse was.
I haven't ridden a horse.
He's already
since
saddled
I was
then?
6 or 7,
Why
I'd
not?
say.
You didn't find a horse for any of your wandering?
I preferred on foot. You see more that way.
I just sort of grabbed onto other people who were riding and hoped.
Levitated.
Well, it only
Sometimes.
I'll say it only works for a minute, but yeah.
You see a mottled grey horse with a white mane trotting around behind the Professor's new Clydesdale.
I'm gonna head on up to it.
Well, this one is really comfortable. I'm not so sure about sitting to the side like this, though.
It looks beautiful. It seems quite skittish as you approach and it sort of snorts a bit and paws at the ground.
Fuck it, true north. That's going to be a 21.
It stares at you distrustfully as you approach it,
That's
but
the
it
second true north.
does let you approach it.
Hey, buddy. Hey. I'm gonna
You see its eyes are wide in fear.
see if I can try and just sort of calm it down. You know,
Yeah.
give it a bit of tap.
Slightly calms down, but definitely doesn't seem as ready for human contact as the Professor's.
Yeah.
Smoke would like to go up. I think we got so many pages. Smoke would
It's rolling too high.
with speak with animals. Just want to double check. Is it just one? I know it says animals, but
I mean, horses, if you want to speak to all the horses, I'd say you can.
Compare them to Elder.
Yeah.
Who cares about vampires? Let's talk to horses.
I think you can just commune with animals for the time of the spell, whichever.
Yeah, okay, cool. Smoke will cast it and walk. The two horses that they've picked out sort of close together.
The one that Clarice picked out was sort of a bit further in the field. She had to wander across to it.
Okay.
The Professor's is sort of about 100 metres from the road.
Yeah, cool. Smoke will just go to the closest one, and then he'll move over to, the furthest away.
So the Clydesdale will be the closest for the Professor.
Yeah. So Smoke will stride up to it, offer it some, some rations or whatever, and say, hello, howdy, stranger.
Oh.
Look, my friends have no idea sort of what I'm saying, and I really want you to look after them. They are good people. You can trust them. They look after animals much better than I do. So,
Not about to clear.
just you can trust them. They will look after you. If you look after them, they will be the best owners and masters you've ever hired.
Not master, friend.
Friend, some of the words are lost in translation.
Just bond.
Yes, it just offers a bit more of the rations. So rest assured that you have nothing to fear. Do you have a name? Well met. And then
Sorry, I'm just clearing my throat.
yeah, and so then he'll move on to the other horse. Pretty much go for the same sort of spiel, trying to just put their minds at ease.
Now, by the time you get there, Clary seems to have calmed down a little bit. It still isn't very happy. There's a second person approaching. You feel it sort of pull away.
Smirk, just be cautious in approaching. She's a bit skittish.
Well, I've been that way most of my life, so I think I'm pretty well qualified to connect with this beast.
It's not a beast. It's a gorgeous animal.
Oh wait, I'm still speaking with... Am I speaking in horse to Clary?
Not if you're speaking to her and
Okay, alright. Yeah, but I just, repeat basically the gist of the same conversation and want to just calm it. So
roll a persuasion.
Oh, this would be pretty damn good.
Oh, yeah.
It's actually pretty beefy, is what that's going to be.
25.
It takes some convincing, but it eventually agrees with you.
25.
I offer it some milk.
I don't know, but we'll drink it. It looks hungry at an apple in your bag after you go to get the milk.
It's dragons? No, alright. And that's it.
I was to say, after it drinks it, you really don't want to. You're not at the same hat.
Oh, that's a fair point.
Smoke will forget about it after a while.
This one does show you its name as Emerald.
Emerald?
Okay.
Yeah,
That was Clary's.
that's what its master called it.
Yeah, what about...
Does it like its name or does it want to be
Oh,
gone?
no, it's like...
No, I actually didn't give you a name.
Okay.
From what you get, it had never been named by the person that wrote it.
Cool.
There goes my whole side thing of coming up with a name, deciding it's written on the saddle, and
Could still be.
could still be
No one ever told it.
wrong saddle. I'm gonna say it.
So you now have... You're on a horse, you've got a horse that's sort of a bit skittish, still seems to be coming down and getting used to you.
Yeah.
Um,
I might just
now,
walk
so-
with it for a little bit just to let it get used to me before actually trying to jump on and ride it.
Right, let's go on, Princess Pransmore. On.
I love it.
There seems to be a pause. The horse sort of looks around and realises what you want it to do and starts trotting. One thing you do notice is as it trots, it seems to balance itself to make sure you stay on.
Convenient. One of us has to.
Just imagining the opposite happening. The horse is trying to ride you.
Have we got a witcher scenario? One person on the horse, everyone walking beside him.
Yes. One of those people walking beside him also has their own horse that they can't ride yet.
Yeah.
Like,
Not can't, just choosing not to.
we're all Jasky now.
Yeah. That's a good to do, witcher.
So we head to-
Copyright.
We head to the university.
Yes.
Yep. So you go through the gates, they let you back through, that's no issues.
How much weight could a horse carry, do you think?
Lots.
As in kilos, it depends how you saddle it up. If you get the saddle bags for it, we'll probably be able to carry at least
Everything
40
you
kilos
own.
on each side,
Oh.
Yeah, lots.
plus a rider with full kit and equipment.
So,
You'll be able to get a couple of 100 kilos across it in total.
Everything you own, and then some.
yeah, I'm assuming it's the speak with animals is still up.
Go for an hour.
No, I wish, just 10 minutes.
It is if you want it to be, but by the time you get back to the gate, it will be down.
Yeah. Before I get up to the gate, I would go up to Princess Pransmore, and first, I think I got that right, didn't I?
Yes.
Yeah. I would ask it if it's got enough room because my, Smoke's legs are tired and weary, and would ask the same of the professor if there's enough room for one.
There were other horses. You should have got one then.
Fair enough.
Spicy.
It's not a problem with me, but what he says goes.
Look, and I say this in horse, not in common, of course. Feel free to rear up. Just wants to to scare the professor.
I sort of
I heard
slowly,
that he likes that.
slowly walks along, just looks at you and goes, no. It's a good horse.
I gave you my rations.
Alright.
You can
Good.
do rations to Hawk too.
Sorry.
Where is Hawk, by the way?
Forgetting about it.
Forgetting about poor Hawk.
You look back to see like a hawk in Emerald's mouth that she's chomping.
Oh boy. Oh boy.
I'll make you resummon him.
I'll be a better existence than living with smoke.
Hawk isn't like a familiar thing, he's just a hawk.
Yeah.
It's just a
Oh,
bird.
we were
That'd be really
summoned.
bad then.
Yes, wouldn't it?
Alright, so you head back to the city gate.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Before we get more booked up in this.
Yeah.
Heading from the
Booked
city
up.
gate up to the northern gate to find Sir Stephen. About halfway there, your alarm pings as the sun starts getting very dark.
Someone's trying to get into the house.
That's about normal. That's probably just another imp, right?
And you feel it go as well.
Heck.
Now, I'm
That's
pretty
not
sure
good
one
roll.
of you set it up with specific parameters, right?
I did, but that was on a bridge randomly.
That was on a bridge by the low lantern.
Yeah. Yeah,
So I'm
in a
filling
couple
the
of
one
seconds
around the
after you
manor.
do, you just note you fill in the ones that you set up in the lowest.
Oh, that wasn't me because I don't have one.
You feel nothing, you feel it.
Yeah.
Brilliant. Oh, that was the
So
two
wait,
last
I
time.
know the.
Oh, the ones by the low lantern.
Where's the, like the low end? So
It's
crossing the
not the
bridge.
lantern, you feel it, where you were setting them up as a network around the
Oh,
house.
I remember the one. Yeah.
Oh no, I help with that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Then you would feel it.
Did we specify
Yeah,
who that should hit?
Yeah.
Oh, that's
Oh.
Yeah, so you feel it go off.
yeah.
A few minutes later, you feel it ping as well.
We need to get there now.
Yeah, right. Raz's response to that is just like, vampire at the house.
Would probably even have a horse. Can I just gallop, pick him up, and meet them back there without having to do a 10-minute side
If you
quest?
can
Yeah.
dash through, yeah, probably.
I'll do that.
We need to go.
Yes.
Yeah. So you'll start heading down towards Lower Brampton.
Yeah.
You dash through the upper city. They recognise you at the gates and open the gates for you. You get back to the academy and find Sir Stephen waiting for you.
We've detected her.
Oh, good.
You ready?
Didn't we know where she was anyway?
Well, we know where she is right now.
Shut up. Get on the horse.
Don't we need the best blessing of the priest?
Well, they're going there to meet her now.
Well, the priests aren't. If we want the blessing, we'll have to go to them first. You see like a timer.
like 24.
Time out.
Let's go, or not time.
Time's out option.
Game over. Go back to the last checkpoint. Either we get the blessing or we go there now.
But they're going to be that. I think we need to go now, or people will die.
Very well.
That people being us.
But also the rest of the family,
Yes.
and also whoever else happens to be in the house.
Do you have
You
a
mean
horse?
just the single
Of course.
level left?
He places his hand on the ground in a spectral
And bloodline.
speed.
That's a horse.
Pulls its way out. Jumps on.
Let's go.
Either way. He gets 2 coconuts out.
I would have said a street corner to meet at, because there
Yeah.
was like
Yep.
an
We would've
intersection
figured
just
it out.
nearby. Yeah.
Yep. Are you still leading your horse?
Was I still leading my horse, or did we
know.
eventually come to agreement?
You could have tried riding it. It might not have gone particularly well. It was skittish, but it was getting used to you. But riding it might be a different story. And you did
Yeah, I
saddle
think I
for
was
it.
probably just if there was no saddle, probably not.
Stables at the gates, hopefully.
Yeah.
So you and Sir Stephen arrive first. Is this where we're headed?
Actually managed to get there first. Fuck.
Love it.
For the galloping horses, yeah.
All
Yes,
the gates being flung open in front of them.
No.
So dramatic. I love it.
Yeah.
I managed to
Rogue sort of.
commandeer a horse. I'm sure they'll be here soon. We'll give us a moment to prepare.
What are we
Mage
preparing
armor.
for?
Vampire. A Ruxa.
Ah, yes, the Rooksa.
So,
we're to fight it then.
yes, we have some silvered weapons. I have this.
Yes, I was there.
I'm thinking in my head. I'm just thinking out loud. I've got my mage armor on. Yes.
Considering the amount of work we put into this, it seems ill-prepared to go on without the blessings of the gods.
Did you find someone capable of doing it?
Oh yes, they're at the gates. That's what I was saying. We could go there or you could come here. We probably want all of your friends there, though.
I'm not in charge.
Oh, is that them now?
I was gonna say,
I certainly hope so.
Wonderful.
it's like I'm not in charge. Yeah, I'm the guy who is real good on going off half cocked. So let's see what goes on.
So from a distance you see the plate armor with Mistra's symbol on it, shining slightly blue in the moonlight.
Yeah.
With his short blonde white hair and silvery white eyes, he piercingly stares at you as you come down the street.
What a good description.
Love it.
Great.
Well met.
So,
Powder.
We are ready to get the blessings of the gods.
You said there was an alarm being triggered.
2, both of us.
Yes.
Well, we go now, and we may possibly save that woman's life in the process, potentially killing ourselves.
Hey, Stephen.
Yes.
How useful is the blessing of the gods going to be, realistically?
Fighting something against the gods, very useful, I would imagine. Providing it works, providing the gods listen.
So there's not even a potential. There's a potential for it to not work at all.
Of course. Have you met any of those who work with the gods? The gods listen
Hi.
to suits
You
them.
mean
Yes.
not just paladins? Yes.
You have, I know who you are. I'm talking to your friends.
I've met plenty.
I am very familiar with the.
There are 2 clerics in the party.
Well, then why are we asking these questions? You know how the gods work.
Yes, I just spoke to Daft myself recently.
You hugged a tree.
You weren't there.
I watched you.
Professor, are you sure he's okay?
As much as he can be.
He'll make a good distraction anyway.
Yes, you're right.
Look, if it can be that useful, and in your estimation it will increase our chances of
Look,
survival.
let's face it, the rest of our family is already dead. Death may be a mercy compared to what we did to her with modifying her memory.
So we're sitting here dilly-dallying while there is evil afoot in
Alright,
Lord
come on, let's go
Bradford.
get that blessing then.
Let's do it.
I think we're better off being prepared and not dying even if the risk of someone else dying in the
We
process.
move.
Where are we going?
Just gallop away. It's like, run away.
The whole time, when we move off, Smoke's just going to be eyeing off
Princess Primal.
Professors Princess Prancemore,
I love it.
and just with a dirty look in his eyes for
Okay.
refusing that lift after all he had done for her.
Fair enough.
Yeah, as you go away, you both feel a tug at your alarm and it snaps and stops.
Oh.
And as you gallop through the streets, the two of you taking the lead, Sir Stephen sort of slows down and goes, are they going to be able to keep up?
Well,
The short answer is no.
He looks up and you can see the sun's completely set now. Still a bit of red in the horizon, but you see a full moon rising. Saloon looks upon us now. We've got to hurry if we want to deal with this tonight. Can they move faster?
Smoke uses feline agility to move faster.
Oh, good.
We're dashing.
I can jump up on Belvedere's back using levitate
Yep.
for a minute.
Does Princess Prancemore seem to accept Raz?
Yeah, it's a very well trained horse.
Continues.
Does the professor accept Raz?
Yeah. He had no reason not to accept Smoke.
Are you going to attempt
But it
to
didn't.
ride your horse?
Yes. Okay.
You all should come up here. It's a really big horse.
You know the deal.
Animal handling.
Animal
Fun
handling.
thing.
That's what it's like.
It's high, isn't it?
Okay, well that's 7 plus. That's an 11.
With True North.
Yes,
Yeah,
because I rolled
you
a
go.
13,
Yep.
so that becomes 7 plus 4.
Yeah. You climb on it and it starts running along with the rest of the horses in front of you. It's quite hard to hold on to without the saddle. You're sort of having to hold onto its mane or wrap your arms around its neck. Roll a deck save for me.
Cool.
Oh, jeez.
Oh, that's actually not too bad. That's a 17.
Yeah, you feel, especially around the corners and across the cobblestone, you feel yourself almost thrown off, but you manage to hold on tight enough that with the gates being flung open in front of you, you eventually get to the main army.
It's all in the legs.
In the meantime, Raz is like Superman gripping onto Belvedere's shoulders. It's like,
Alright, with me. He jumps off his steed and it just disappears, and he strides forward through the army.
oh, that's really cool. I've never met a paladin live long enough to do that.
I jump off the Princess Bride and I'm just like, please don't disappear. So,
She won't do that. She's not magical.
and I'm like, hold these reins.
To who?
Well, there's an army there, isn't there?
I mean, in front of you, yes.
Okay.
They'll just kind of look at you and go back to their positions. You see, what's her name, Princess?
Cransmore?
Cransmore?
Yeah, that's what I love.
You see her head over to a hitching post and just stand there waiting for you.
I love it.
94 on a D100. She's a well-trained horse.
Wild. You don't know what to do about that, do you?
I cast Mage Hand, and it pitches her as I run off.
Yep. Making your way through the crowds, Sir Stephen ahead of you is frantically scanning the crowd. Princess Celery, over here! And you look up to see a very long-haired elven woman.
Sorry, Princess Celery?
Priestess.
Priestess Celery. Yes.
Celery.
Priestess Celery. That's what I'm writing down.
Name?
That's canon.
Her pointed ears are sticking through with a silver circlet wrapped around her head. She has very similar eyes to him.
Are they green and do they look healthy?
No.
Is it celery? Is it salary? Is it
Celarine.
celery?
Celarine.
Cool.
Eventually, like 2 hours later, Smoke catches up to everybody else.
You can confirm that with me.
If you were fully behind, I would have suggested you go on Sir Stephen's horse.
So Stephen's horse, not Cransmore. You don't have a problem with that horse, and it's magical to boot.
It's more that the horse may not have a problem with me.
Well, look, it's not anything like that.
So she comes over. You're the party hunting the brook, sir.
That'd be us.
Indeed we are.
Well, let's hope the gods go with you. Gather around.
We gather.
Smoke gathers. Smoke, it's there, but just out of breath.
Oh, Smoke. We've got things to do.
She starts focusing and she looks up at you with a smile, looking at your eyes and gives you a little nod. And you see the symbol of Mr. appear and start swirling in her hands.
I make whatever the prayer symbol for Mr. is. Maybe it's like.
Oi!
Super.
She starts praying and chanting, and you see the stars swirling in her hand form a small cosmos. And her eyes glow a bright white as she's praying to her god. She closes her eyes, and all of you just feel a white hot star shoot to the center of your chest, and then burn for a moment and fade away.
Oh, thank you.
Mystra tasks you with ridding the city of this brook, sir. Go with her guidance and her blessing.
Very well, thank you.
Sir Stephen nods to her and gestures to you to leave as she turns back to her duties.
Yep.
So what does that give us?
Don't know yet.
Mechanics-wise? We
You're
don't
not
know
sure.
yet?
You're blessed. Hashtag blessed. Living your best blessed life.
He gives us one get out of TPK free card.
Yes.
Maybe.
Death Ward, let's go.
Let's not ask too many questions.
Yeah.
It's not. I agree.
Alright.
I went back to Princess Pransmore. Unhitch, hop on.
Yeah, I'll head back to Emerald and see if she's still there.
Good question. What did you leave her?
Oh no, what have they done?
It couldn't have been too far away. Oh, jeez. Oh, jeez.
About just over 100 feet in distance, you see her just wandering off down the city streets, away from the army.
Here we go. I'll just run after her.
Yeah.
Emerald!
She hears your feet pounding behind her, looks over her shoulder and starts trotting a bit to keep out of your range. Then do you stop? Or do you keep chasing her?
We've got important things to do. I'm going to slow down at least. And
As you
just
slow down, she slows down and sort of looks over her shoulder at you,
gonna come to a stop and just wait for just a moment and see what she does.
stops and turns around to face you, about 50 feet away.
Emerald! Come on.
Just snorts at you.
Smoke,
Shake her a little.
Smoke wanders up to Clarion. Clara, have you tried feeding her? You know, you gotta feed animals when you want to look after them. You know, like, have you try offering animals some food? Maybe she's hungry.
Want some hay? It's not like I have that just lying around.
Well, I'm sure horses eat other things than just hay. Nay?
How would I know? It's been a while since I've been around horses.
Smoke will reach in, we'll reach into his pockets, whatever, pull out some rations and just hold it in his hand and offer it up. See if Emerald will
Sort of just trots on the spot a bit. So Stephen looks at you and is like, are you serious with these people?
Sometimes I wonder if I'm serious with these people.
You hear him mutter a couple of words under his breath and reach his hand towards the horse, and you see its eyes just go hazy for a minute, and starts trotting towards you and turns around ready for you to jump on.
I jump
Please
on.
get on the
but-
horse.
Yes. Rather that didn't have to be necessary, but thank you.
Shall we then?
Smoke will have
Yes.
to jump on Emerald as well.
We shall.
You can.
I'll leap up to the professor's back again.
We head off.
Yep. Emerald's now arriving very smoothly. And you head down to Lower Brampton to the abandoned theatre where you have heard rumours of a Brookser making a lair.
Theatre.
Did any of our alarms at the theatre go off? I assume we would have, at least, if we knew.
When you felt the snapback, it all disappeared.
Yeah. I remember that.
But yeah, that would have probably been the first one. No. No, it wouldn't have been. The first one you would have felt would have been near the house of the woman.
Yeah. Well, this can only go well, I feel.
So yeah, you see a very large, dilapidated theatre ahead of you. Boards across the door. Looks like it's been abandoned for some years.
Any other entrances apart from the boarded up door?
There are some windows and things around the upper area.
You've already used your levitate.
I have.
Still using your levitate.
Oh no, I use
No.
it. That
Smoke's
goes for a
ready the
minute.
crossbow. The crossbow with a few of the silver bolts.
Yep.
Well, what he has remaining.
I take my bolt out and break it off near the head, so I just have a silver arrowhead.
Stealthy approach, I take it?
Oh,
You know it
try.
has dark vision, but...
But does it have light vision?
Well, one would assume so if it's working as a florist
I
in
doubt
the
it.
daytime.
I doubt we're going to take this thing by surprise.
Oh, I doubt it, but I'm just hoping that we don't get ambushed by it either. That we find it before it finds us.
So wherever we go, stay together then.
Oh, definitely.
Good.
Well,
I think it's much better. If we get split up, we're more likely to get attacked.
I think we should just enter through the front door. We have people in heavy armor. We have. I'm not particularly good at stealthing.
Fair point. Alright, shall we?
Shall we?
Smoke is going to go up to the door and look for traps.
Mm-hmm.
Like, that's probably the first time.
So
he's
how
had
are
it on
you
that.
searching for the traps?
With
His eyes.
Exactly what I was thinking.
Yep, so just looking over the door looking for
It's
anything that might
dark.
be
I
trigger
don't see
mechanisms.
much.
Yes, with my dark vision eyes.
Roll your check
I'll
for traps
take
check, which
Maria.
is
Just investigation, I think.
investigation, that's the one.
I assist.
Alright. So I'll give you advantage. Yeah.
Investigation. 14.
14. Yeah, looking it over, it doesn't look trapped. It looks like it was literally boarded up 4 or 5 years ago and just not touched since.
Yeah. It looks like the door is safe. I mean, I wouldn't trust it, but it seems good.
Boot the door, Stephen. Boot it in.
He walks up and kicks it, and you see as he rears back, he's ready for an almighty blow and just disappears through the door.
I just whisper to Raz, damn, he's almost as grumpy as Shiny.
Almost.
Almost. Not quite, but almost.
We're not going to talk about how he just
I'll
disappeared through the
follow
door.
in
Yeah.
in case he's in the process of being attacked.
Yeah, I'll follow in. I'll be at the back.
Yeah, so as you walk up and you approach the door, as soon as you touch it, it disappears and it looks like velvet curtains. Red velvet hanging loosely and gently blowing with no actual breeze.
Oh, that reminds me. I'll grab out those potions of fire breathing and hand one to Stephen, if he's around.
He seems to have moved off ahead, but you probably figured likely to catch up with him shortly.
How dark is it in here?
It's quite light.
Oh, okay.
In the distance, you can actually hear some music starting to play and the chatter of a crowd.
Against my better judgment, Smoke, I'm going to give you one of these potions of fire breathing.
Begrudgingly accept your kind offer.
Because I figure it's either going to be you or me who gets bitten first.
Why would you think that I might get bitten first?
Call intuition.
I'll
Why is
take
it so
it.
light in here? Do I hear music and this is weird.
We've seen one illusion. This could easily be more.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
seems like it.
Yeah, so you push your way through, and it seems to be a few levels of these curtains. And You hear Stephen ahead clanking his armour, but you haven't quite caught up to him yet.
Technical difficulties, kind of.
Somewhat technical difficulties.
I
There we
will,
go.
before we get too far in,
So
I will
40,
cast Unseen
46.
Servant.
Mm-hmm.
I hand the arrowhead to it
Yeah.
and task it to follow me.
Yeah, so you push out and it looks like a large foyer into a ballroom with a stage ahead. You see a lot of people standing around wearing masks, women wearing gowns and men wearing finery, all chatting.
I'm going to try to touch one of the people.
Yep. You touch him and sort of brush your hand off his shoulder. Sort of, you see him glaring at you through what looks like a large beaked mask with elaborate sides.
My apologies. The people are real.
Yes,
And we're taking one of those masks
better
before
than the
we go.
last. Apparently a true masterpiece.
I might just try and slink into the crowd and have just a little eavesdropping.
Yep, they all seem to be talking about the show, what's to come.
Oh.
They all seem to be fans of ballet, opera, talking about the different ones they've seen.
Mm-hmm.
I'm absolutely taking one of these masks before the night's over.
I think we should see if we can grab one from somewhere for each other so that we can blend in.
Yeah, for that reason. Mm-hmm.
If we can try
That's
and
what I want
lure
them
a
for.
few people away.
There must be a entrance they've come through.
Well, yes, the front door. The illusion.
But we should head there and grab our masks.
Was there a pile of masks on the way in?
No.
Well,
I assume we didn't come in the front door.
we did.
Yeah.
Yes.
No sort of cloakroom on the way.
No. As you turn around, the curtains you push through, these red curtains, have disappeared and it looks like a large gilded door.
I would like to just take a bit longer to observe one of these people and see if they're a more complicated illusion.
Yep, roll Arcana.
Yeah, if that's not good enough,
Like
26.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is definitely some sort of illusion, but it's far more advanced than you've ever seen. The fact that you can interact with them, touch them, that they're talking and seem almost autonomous is quite unusual.
Now, normal illusions, and this one seems like it might be more powerful. Once I know it's an illusion, I can see through it.
You can't. You see through. You can force yourself to see these people almost as invisible, as ghosts, as shadows. But it's very hard to block them out. But you know they're illusions. You know they're not actually there. You'd think if they attacked you, you wouldn't take damage. But it would seem real. Other than that,
These are an advanced form of illusion, so real that we feel that they're there when we touch them.
It's even better than my magic.
They are
I need
true
to learn
master.
this trick.
How is the earring responding to them?
sorry,
How is the earring responding to them?
just giving you no feedback.
Yeah, so, knowing they're an illusion, I can kind of see through them and concentrating.
Can I as well now, given that I'm also somewhat specialised in illusory magic?
Really hard to, but yeah,
Yeah.
you can sort of
Just about.
force yourself to believe they're not real.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know, they still look like people to me.
Smoke is rather drawn to them and is considering just getting in amongst them.
Yep.
Smoke, don't get lost in the crowd, please. We need to try and stick together.
But I've never been to the theatre before.
Neither have they.
Perhaps we could see a show, have a grand old time.
We're not here to have a grand old time, we're here to have a murdery old time.
Well, to be fair, I'm curious to see this play out. Because obviously it's been designed for some purpose. Well, obviously
Entrapping and
it's
killing
trapped
people?
for
Yeah.
us, or for someone.
Or for serving this Brooks's unbridled levels of narcissism, who knows?
Well, most illusionists are narcissists.
Exactly.
Oh, thank you.
Wizards I'm talking about, totally different.
Somewhere in the crowd, you see wearing a gown of flowers, a tabaxi female, flying through the crowds.
Oh no, here we go.
Smoke moves towards it.
No,
You don't notice it.
no, I don't.
God damn it, where's he going?
Starts to move towards it.
Wait, well, we're definitely following because I am tailing Smoke because
Come on,
I'm
Professor.
tailing Smoke.
Hey.
Because I do not want to let Smoke out of my sight because I know that if we lose sight of anyone, they're probably gonna get bit or turned or something.
Speaking of losing sight of people, where's Steven?
Have you been looking for him the last few minutes since you've been in?
Oh no.
Look through the crowd.
You haven't seen him.
ship has sailed.
Yes, I see. I'm literally just gonna like be sort of dashing up to Smoke to try and just keep near him.
So, Paige, can you smell? Can you smell Sir Stephen? His armor's becoming a bit rusty.
She starts sniffing. Roll a perception check with advantage.
No, that's not that much. 13 on the dice. I think she has +2. +3, so 16.
Yeah, she starts sniffing and walking around the ground. What you get through her is you just smell decay and rotting floorboards, moth-eaten curtains.
So these illusions are not scent based. They're only physical and
Yeah.
and sound.
Yep, that's what you get from it looking through a page.
Smoke's heart is beating or thumping a little bit more in his chest. Feels a familiar sort of sensation well up in his throat that he hasn't experienced for a while, and just slowly moving towards this tabaxi female.
Put a hand on his shoulder and go, Smoke. Yeah, illusions, or if it's real, it's probably the vampire.
From just over your shoulder, you hear Claremont, don't touch strangers at the opera. And you turn around to see your parents standing there.
Yes.
The show's about to start, come on.
You're not real.
Well, come on. We've got places to be.
Professor, what precisely the fuck is going on over there?
It seems some sort of fantasy magic attached to the spell.
Horrifying. Let's go.
I'll get you to roll a wisdom save.
There it is. First of many.
That's a 24.
24?
You have a lot of wisdom.
Yeah, you feel this pull at your mind that you're sure it's your parents for a moment before you remember and force yourself to see through the illusion, and they just turn to fog and shape, and as you open your eyes again, they've returned to just the normal guests.
Be wary, everyone.
Yeah, I know, it's fantasy based.
You just hear in your head, clever.
Smoke here's Harry's warning, but they look so.
They're
She
not
looks so real.
real. My
ha-
parents are dead. That tabaxi is not real. Let's go now.
But I think it may be the first tabaxi that one of my other kind since I was a wee little tacker.
Even more sense that they're not real. Come on, Smoke.
I'll get you to roll a wisdom save for me.
Ah, dicks. Oh no. Natural 20.
Yeah, you feel something tugging at your mind from the top corner where a box was to view the opera, and you sort of look and there's just nothing there, just people
Box number 5,
with
3, 4
opera glasses looking down wearing gowns.
Okay. Phantom reference didn't land.
No, not this time.
How close would I be to this tabaxi female at this point?
She's leading you deeper into the crowd.
I'm
So
trying to pull
you're
him
right
back.
there. You can almost, in fact, you do get a faint whiff of flowers.
I'm trying to pull him back.
Oh god. I'm gonna try to assist in that if I am near enough.
I think they went off the other way.
Well, that sucks.
Shit, we've been separated. Here we go.
Drop
Woo!
it.
Right, roll a wisdom save for me.
Professor, how are you feeling?
That's
Yes,
a
good,
17.
Where are the others?
17.
Yeah.
I've lost
You
track
reach
of them.
forward for smoke and you just feel yourself stop in your tracks and your muscles freeze. You're familiar with the effects of hold person. And you start pulling away in the crowd following this tabaxi.
How good are you at holding other people up on your shoulders?
I can always give it a go. You're a pretty light fellow.
Right, cool. I'm gonna try to hop up on his back so that I can look around for those two.
Yep.
Cool. Smoke is going to call out to the figure.
Yep.
So,
That makes it easier.
do I know you?
You see a tenor has got completely white fur, one green, one blue eye. I don't think so, no.
Oh. What? What happened? What happened to your face? Why are your eyes different colours?
Oh, well, this is how I was born.
Well,
The gift of Eldath.
Well,
Can I roll perception to find him now, please?
I love it. I love it when cats talk dirty to me. Oh.
She moves right up to you. She's a bit shorter than you, looks up at you. And what's your name?
My name? You know what? I don't even remember the last time someone asked me that. My name is Plume of Smoke. But you can call me Smoke.
Ah, very nice to meet you, Smoke.
It is. I'm a pretty swell guy. Yeah. Well, my wisdom, like.
No, you should have high wisdom. You're a cleric. You should have high wisdom.
Should. Oh, yeah.
And proficiency in wisdom
Just a
saves.
casual +6. 22 for the save.
She very slowly sort of leans up to try and kiss you. The spell doesn't take effect, but there is still a tabaxi trying to lean in and kiss you.
It's definitely at this point, given that Smoke has not been kissed. I don't think Smoke has been kissed successfully before, and his body doesn't know how to properly respond to this. So Smoke is going to cough a furball up over her face.
Yep. She lets out a bit of a laugh and then turns and weaves away into the crowd.
Am I still held?
Roll another save.
Am I able to find her at this point?
That's cocked.
Roll
That's a nat 20.
Yes, you break free. Roll a perception with disadvantage.
Oh, bastard. Wow, I managed to cock and perception, eh? That's 21. Well, more than that.
Wow.
Yeah, you see Clary sort of in a strange position, not moving at all for a moment, and you see Smoke talking to thin air. Then for a moment you see a completely white woman with long black hair and red eyes move in to kiss Smoke. Then he coughs and she laughs and turns around and just vanishes.
Furball all over the face.
You see Clary start moving again and move towards Smoke.
That way!
I presume at this point, Smoke is gonna Smoke from his limited knowledge. I guess. Would I know that, like, turning and laughing after you've just been had a furball coughed all over your face is a normal response to?
For Smoke, yeah, it's probably very normal.
Yeah, all
I
right.
send Paige ahead of me with the intention of having my familiar with them, so at least I can know what my
Yeah,
familiar
that's
is.
a good idea.
Yeah. Oh,
Yep, so
we should have looked for Stephen while
Paige goes straight through the crowd, doesn't have to wade through it because she can see through the illusion smelling,
Yeah.
and just appears right at Clary's feet.
Smoke continues to slowly move forward.
Smoke, please stop now.
Look,
There is something malicious out there. I was just immobilized while you were going off and about to kiss some random illusion, which is probably a vampire. So can we please just hold it for
And so
one
you
moment?
catch up to them in the crowd and you're
Yeah.
together again.
Alright, now, from my vantage point, I'd like to now look for Stephen.
Yep.
Same again?
Yep, with the sponge.
Wow. 10.
You do not see Stephen.
Yeah.
but Clara, I can't remember the last time a lady has ever just shown some sort of affection or warmth towards me. I gave her literally
That's
my words.
why they're using it against you.
Yes, Smoke, that's kind of by design.
They showed me my parents.
I don't know what they were trying to show me, but it was up in a box somewhere.
Do they roll for persuasion?
Are they showing you a comfortable chair you can sit in? Because you're starting to get heavy.
Oh, yeah, sorry. I couldn't find Stephen while I was up there. Sorry about that.
Ugh.
I'm sure he's around.
Oh, having to carry the whole party on my back.
Well, you might. As long as it's not on mine.
So the crowd's still mingling, still talking about the performance.
I am very curious as to what exactly the show is.
I mean, part of the trap?
Well, obviously. But wonder what kind of show it will be. Will it be ballet, opera, a bit of both?
Professor, how does that saying go? When you know there's a trap?
Orchestra?
Can you know there's a trap?
76 trombones?
Shakespeare tragedy.
No, I have no idea. But it'll be ballet.
No idea.
Sometimes you trip it, is what you do.
We're better off tripping it and being aware, and then being able to then turn it back around.
She's on it.
Roll a wisdom save for me, Professor.
Oh.
Oh no!
+7 on wisdom saves. +6 on wisdom saves.
So therefore, that is a 7.
+5. It's 6 actually.
Oh no! Oh no! Here we go.
Natural 1.
You hear a baby crying somewhere over your shoulder, standing back towards the entrance.
Got the child in here.
And you look over and you see your wife smile up at you, cradling a child in her arms.
What are you on about?
Nothing.
Nothing? You sure?
Yes, it's fine. I can see through any of the illusions here.
I don't need to poke you in the eyes, do I?
I prefer not. I'd still be able to see, but
So what is it that you're seeing?
Call it a superstition.
am I charmed or like what? Like how do I?
You believe it's happening.
Weird. My wife's come to help us.
I thought you said you were widowed. Oh,
I do seem to remember the word widow getting thrown around.
Well, technically,
they're
we don't
dead.
have
Widower?
it.
So therefore, have they been
man.
raised from the dead?
Oh, that's even more concerning.
Yes. Therefore, best to stay away from them.
Well, no, we are going after undead. If she's done something to my wife and
We're staying with you.
child,
We're definitely staying
I'll
with you.
burn this whole fucking building down.
To
Well,
be honest, I am absolutely here for that plan, if necessary.
Smoke turns to one of the people that he sees around and excuse me, and pointing towards the lady that is the tabaxi that has walked off. Do you know what her name is? What is? I must know everything about her.
I'm sorry, who are you talking about?
She's
But you'll see-
not real.
what part of you are being tricked do you not understand?
All of it,
Okay.
clearly.
I'm sorry, I need more details to be able to tell you. I'm happy to help though.
No, wait,
No,
one
no,
thing at a
no,
time.
no.
Weird, dead family coming back before your situation, please.
I've angrily strode off.
Fucking. I'm.
I've internalized this as my wife being brought back from the dead. Which her family has enough money.
He's... Okay, so now the professor's gone, Steven's
Okay.
Smoke.
How do we want to deal with this? I think I'm not getting through the smoke. Maybe you'll have more luck.
gone. Maybe.
Which way do you want to go? Because we need to act fast before he gets too far away and we lose him.
Smoke at this point, after hearing what the person had said, that he's sure that he's seen her, but he's just been told that she's not there.
The person talking to you seems to believe you.
Oh dear.
There are many lovely women here tonight. Which one are you talking about?
Alright, you stick with Smoke. I'm going to try and find the professor,
Okay,
and
fine.
hopefully I find Stephen on the way.
I want to have a look. Is the stage, like, are the curtains drawn on it?
Yes.
Let me get up onto that stage.
You are the performer.
I'm going to go darting off after where I
No, but
assume
there was
Belvedere was
no
looking for
performance,
his...
So I want to see if there's anything behind the curtains. Pull back the curtains on the illusion, if it were.
I'm already gone looking for the professor.
Yeah, in the meantime, I think it's better if I stay with Smoke, though.
Yeah.
So I'm just going to drag him off because I was like, come on!
Came in a full Nelson.
Smoke will
I
attempt
just been
to
instructed to
resist.
follow you too.
Sorry? Smoke will attempt to resist.
Resist what?
The being dragged away.
Half grapple or whatever it is.
Oh. That's not very polite. Not a polite affair. Now, sorry, sir. Your wife seems upset with you, but what can I do for you? I understand speaking about a woman might ruffle her feathers.
Okay, this sets off alarm bells. in Smoke's head. This is something that has gotten through. Sir and or madame or whatever you identify as, this is not my wife.
Oh, then why are you treating him like that?
We need to
Meanwhile,
get out of here
Meanwhile.
now.
Oh god.
I assume by this point, he's gone up to her. And I really need to look at the first episode I'm on where I said her name.
oh, Belvedere, he won't stop crying. Could we hold him for a moment?
Oh, of course.
Mrs. Belvedere.
We must be careful. There is a vampire around here.
Oh, yes.
I'm gonna make a perception check to see if she has sharp teeth.
Yep.
No, I assume.
8 plus what? Come on.
I don't think to,
10.
unless you had them before.
No. So he's talking to a woman who's about 30, sort of fairly just average in every way. Just looks like a minor noble. Just wearing, probably fancied up for this event, but not like draped in jewels and stuff like that. A few tasteful things. Very like
Middle class ball gown
upper middle
for a night out.
class.
Yeah.
And there's a swaddled baby that he's like going Google eyes over.
She leans in. I've missed you, my love. And she leans in towards you to kiss you.
He's paying attention to the baby. This is the awkward part about this relationship is he's asexual, but he still will kiss her. He'll kiss her back because that's what he does.
By some miracle, can I have shown up at this point?
Just as she's pulling away, she gives you a smile.
Oh, that can't be good.
Oh, Raz, come over here.
Is he holding anything?
Seems to be holding a baby.
Okay.
Standing next to a woman in a fairly nice ball gown, but not too much jewellery.
This is my wife and this is my child. Oh, haven't found out if he's a boy or a girl yet. Well, they're a boy or girl yet.
He's a boy.
He's a boy. We haven't even had a chance to name him yet.
Professor, we're here for murdering of vampires, yes?
We're here for the ballet, aren't we?
No. There's a...
I'm sorry, who's your friend? Is he okay?
This is Raz. He is like that.
I'm very much not okay right now because you are fucking wigging out, man.
You seem to be the one who's... Are you okay? Have you been affected?
No.
She's messing with people's minds.
Uh-huh.
Look at you.
So you're aware that there's a vampire around, but you also seem to equally believe that you're here for the ballet.
No, I know I'm not here for the ballet, but I know...
Right.
I leans in and whispers so his wife not here. I know that there's illusions around. She doesn't. I'm trying not to frighten her. Yeah, because she is...
Belvedere, a private word for a moment.
Of course, of course.
There
is no such thing as private words with a rogue around.
Specifically what she says.
You put both your hands to your ears to try to
Sorry, was that perception?
Yep.
18.
Yep. You see her mouth moving and you hear perfect silence. You can tell there's no sound coming out. And you hear from her, I don't know about your friends. Around the baby, can we perhaps keep him away? Keep our distance from him.
Yes, it might be best. I mean, I'm happy to see you. It's probably been no time for you, but it's been 10 years for me.
10 years? You're being crazy.
No, I've started to get even a few little bits of grey in my hair.
There's no grey in there.
Oh, thank
Did you sleep all right?
I don't think I did. It might be best if you two leave this place.
Oh yes, but you have to come with us. I'm not going to leave you here.
Okay. I've only known these people a couple of days, it doesn't matter.
Are you sure you don't want to stay for the show?
The way I'm feeling now, I think it's best to go.
Alright, and she starts leading you out towards the curtains.
Oh, no, you fucking do not.
Hello, rip up the tablet.
Oh, no, you fucking do not.
Oh dear, here we go.
Roll a wisdom save.
Oh, well, fuck. What great timing for that.
Enchantment by one stroke.
Am I the only sane one here?
12.
12. You see the professor sort of start heading off with his wife and child.
Oh.
And you hear a very excited yapping coming from behind you.
Yes.
You turn around to see Duke has somehow got himself caught halfway up one of the red curtains.
How precisely the fuck?
Looking very happy with himself, his big tongue hanging out, looking at you like he's never done anything better.
Just like he's just done.
Yep. Oh boy.
I guess I have to deal with that now. Yay. As I stalk off to go deal with that.
Yeah.
His place has gone to the dogs.
Take that back! You hear this? You hear this.
It's one murder at a time.
All right, so your wife's leading you through towards the large gilded doors, and you're
Do I
heading
see
off
this
to-
happening? Or
Almost.
I'm assuming you're trying to stop smoke from
yeah,
what
I'm
she's doing.
trying to stop smoking.
It's almost like they're very deliberately trying to distract you, quite
Oh yes,
spectacularly.
absolutely.
And you're now embroiled in a very polite discussion about not being his wife and asking why you're treating him that way. Mm-hmm. And that is we're going to go to break. So stick around to see what havoc comes next. Good luck, everybody. Hello everyone and welcome back to l'Opéra Magnifique.
It'd be l'opera magnifique.
Well,
Close.
French words.
So, you're looking for someone, why don't you want him to find his friend?
Because it could potentially kill him.
That is ridiculous.
You'd be surprised. Women
No, I
can be
wouldn't.
deadly.
Anyway, please go on, sir.
Excuse me,
Yes.
partner, do you have a pair of opera glasses that I may borrow?
Oh, I'm sure we can find some.
Actually, I was wondering, what is the performance today? Do we know?
The ballet.
Oh, the ballet. What composer?
Composer? Couldn't tell you.
No orchestra pit?
No orchestra pit, the music plays
Oh, of
itself.
course. Right. I'm curious, where are the performers? Are they getting ready backstage?
Oh, I would hope so. It's going to start any moment now.
Oh, really? The performers are back to start. Interesting.
Anyway, sir.
What were you saying? So, with the performers, is it like regular ballet, or are we talking contemporary dance?
It is the ballet.
That doesn't really help.
Well, I'm sure you'll...
There are definitely
understand when
certain
that
sort of
performance starts.
versions of ballet.
Well, it is one of the best from what I've heard. It's supposed to be one of the best ever written.
Oh, wonderful. Are there any others that are written by the same composer?
Oh, no doubt.
Well, same magician, I guess. Such as? You seem to be rather well knowledgeable yourself.
Oh, we're just here to enjoy the show.
Oh, absolutely. Is it starting yet? I'm certainly curious.
Very soon, no doubt.
Very soon, no doubt, you said.
Yes. Surely it's not far off.
Surely, that suggests there is some doubt.
Well,
If we're
who knows? The opera house could be set on fire.
Or perhaps a chandelier falling to the ground? The shattered chandelier.
Now, about those glasses.
Yes. Oh, just a moment. Talks on and pulls a pair. There we go.
Cool. It just walks forward, using them to try to find the back.
Gonna stay with them.
Yep, you see a flash of white fur ahead.
Oh, here we go.
I turn to Clary. Why, like, is it the same thing with all women playing hard to get? Why don't they just...
You do realize it's an illusion.
Do I?
Didn't you pass your wisdom save?
For the kiss.
Oh. Right.
No.
Got it. Look. She's not real. Nothing in this place is real. Actually, I should say I'm real, but...
Smoke goes out and just reaches a hand to Clary's face and just pinches.
Yeah.
It's not like my illusions. These are stronger.
Meanwhile, nearby. No.
Alright, where is this curtain?
Sort of like how the performers do at like the trapeze with the long... He seems to have wrapped himself up halfway up this curtain. About 15 feet up. He looks very pleased with himself as he looks down. You see the drool dripping down.
Marking his territory.
I don't know what I expected. Oh, God.
You see a few people staring, looking up, looking quite upset about this dog caught in the curtains, shouting and carrying on.
Good for them. I'm going to try and climb up the curtain.
Yep. Dex, acrobatics or athletics check.
Oh, well, alright. I'll take what I can get. 16.
Yeah, you managed to get up there. It's fairly easy. It's thick velvet curtains.
Neat.
You get up and your dog is sitting there staring at you, looking very happy to see you.
Uh-huh. Good old Jerky.
As he patted me, leans forward to lick you. Feel his slobber all over your nose.
Gross. I'm gonna go ahead and try to untangle this shit.
And I'm the bad one to report.
Slide a hand.
Good.
Keep it up.
Yeah, so you can put that away anytime. 18.
You managed to pull him out of the tangle. Mm-hmm. And now you've got a very heavy dog.
I was like, what I was imagining was he was like actually tied up in it. I was imagining he was just going to like slide down
No, it's not
as it unturns.
It's still sort of looped in it, and he's the curtain's taking some of his weight. We've got the heavy dog loose, ready to go down now.
Would Smoke hear the dog barking at him?
It sounds like a very distant echo in the background, but as it does echo, you sort of look up and it snaps back into focus, and yeah, you see Raz up there, up in the curtain, trying to pull the dog out of it. You recognise Duke.
We recognize.
Oh no, I see Duke over there. I think we should probably go get him. Go help Raz.
I'm going to try to get down.
Duke is still on the island and probably dead for all we know. That's not Duke.
But,
We have life support tattoos, we don't know.
Oh, that's true, but he's on the island, as far as we know.
but Duke can't be here. He's back on the island.
Exactly.
My God, I think this is some kind of illusion.
Finally, we get there. Come on, let's go help Raz now.
Hey,
And I just-
athletics or acrobatics with disadvantage to try and get down.
All right, we start rushing
That's such a
over.
good roll, though.
Surely there
That was
can't
a
be
less
two
good roll.
illusions.
Oh, this whole room is
17.
Yeah, that's good enough, yeah. I just sort of get Duke half over your shoulder and just slowly get your way down. As you hit the ground, people have gone back to chatting and murmuring, and you see Clary and Smoke appear through the crowd.
Yes.
Raz, that isn't Duke.
Smoke.
Look, at this point, I'm kind of beyond asking questions.
You feel a scratching on your shoulder as he tries to scramble over. He runs up and like
I need to
rubs up
grab my
against you.
scimitar.
Runs up and starts like rubbing up against you.
Are we
Barking.
murdering dogs now? Is that what we're doing?
Murdering illusory dogs, that's for sure.
Well,
Jumps up on Smoke and you feel his paws push you back. Big grin on his face.
Oh, I feel like such a bitch for doing this, but I'm gonna take a swing.
well, look, before you do that, perhaps we should find somewhere a little bit more private.
That's a fair point. Actually, could you try speaking with animals and see if it speaks back?
Actually, I've always wanted to know what rattles around in Duke's head.
Yes.
Probably not very much.
Alright, Smoke casts Speak with Animals. Probably gonna be a waste of the spell.
Yeah.
But,
Try to look at your face and it's just a bit too short to get to you.
look, I've always wondered, why do dogs like to lick things so much?
We can taste it!
But when you have so much other things to lick, why do you seem gravitate towards faces?
We love you!
Okay, Duke, if that is your real name, you were back on the island last time we saw you. How old are we now? And how,
26?
Like,
How
10
old-
years have passed.
26.
and how old is that in dog years?
Like 70.
How old does Duke look to Smoke?
Oh, looks. Ever since that night, they've seemed to age much slower, if at all. You know that the magic that was coursed through them that saved them has changed their aging or their mortality.
Do they have the tattoos?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Still just carefully kind of drawing out the scimitar.
Look, how did you get here from the island?
I don't know.
You don't know? Can I roll for insight?
Yeah.
If Duke's telling me that.
I mean, look, that's on brand.
Yeah.
If you were going to get a dog that didn't know how it got to Baldur's Gate from an island, this would be the one.
14.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. Seems like Duke, through and through.
Okay, look, Duke, I got a level with you. We're hunting, and keep this on the down. We're hunting a vampire.
He jumps down and starts like walking around in circles, goes back up to you, starts poking your foot with his nose.
What? What do you want? Insightful.
No, let's just see how long.
Yeah, right. Insightful as always.
Well, thank you, June.
Yeah,
It is
right.
worth mentioning there is a cat right behind them.
Yep.
Oh, good.
Well, no one gave me any other questions that I could have asked him.
Well, what?
Okay,
for-
big thing.
It's
Keep saying it's the ballet.
Alright. I'm going to get down to Duke's level and be just like, look, if you can be quiet and don't cause any more trouble, like getting caught in fucking curtains. Fuck knows how you did that. You can stay.
stay.
The moment you don't.
He charges off through the crowd, heading
What
down
better
towards
off?
the stage.
Just let towards the stage. I think that's our cue.
Oh.
Stage
Okay.
left or stage right?
I just weaving through a crowd to the middle of the stage.
Oh. Belvedere was getting led out by his wife. And
Fuck you decided to tell us that now? And I'm gonna stop. Where?
the entrance way.
Okay, I'm gonna just start going that way. Don't follow Duke. Come with us now, please.
Yeah.
Look,
Yeah.
Duke will get himself into trouble whether or not you follow him.
At worst, he'll get himself caught in another curtain.
Yes, exactly.
So you head up towards the entrance. Over your shoulder, you see Duke run up the side of the stage and disappear behind the curtains. You just see it sway a little bit behind him.
That seems about right.
That is also where my future wife moved off towards as well.
Clary, explanation?
Like Tabaxi, definitely an illusion.
Right.
I'll say no more.
Right. Okay.
Perhaps Duke knows her?
No.
No? Okay.
Come on, we need to go get Belvedere before he gets himself far too deep into all this shit. Okay.
Not gonna lie, he might already be in it. I don't know. Let's go.
So you pushed through the curtains. As you left again, the door had changed back to the curtains. And you find yourself just standing in a wide open dark forest by yourself.
I look around for my wife and child.
Yep.
Oh dear.
Don't see him.
So many reasons.
You do see them.
2 plus what? Come on.
2 plus 2 equals
The window.
forlorn.
And reality just shifts around you, and all of a sudden it feels like you've been in this forest for quite a while. You head towards the front, and you don't see Professor anywhere.
Oh, fuck.
Perhaps he left.
No, I mean he may have, but
They were talking about leaving.
the question is, do we go after him or do we go back and figure out? Because it's possible that the vampire's with him.
One more wisdom save for me with disadvantage now, thank you.
I mean, we still don't know where Stephen is.
14.
Yeah, so you hear the crowd sort of charge a bit and change, and you hear the whispering sort of die down, some more loud remarks. It's about to start. Get ready.
Who's more
Take your
important?
seats.
Who's more important to us, the professor or Stephen?
Probably the professor.
That was my bet too.
You see the lights go down.
However, the paladin may be more useful, but
Back on the stage, you see the curtains pull back, and you see people come out and start dancing around incredibly gracefully. How much attention are you paying?
not much.
I give it an over-the-shoulder look.
I do worry about our missing companion.
Yeah.
Companions.
Yeah,
It's like,
companion and NPC.
So you're at the door, wondering where the professor went. Meanwhile, Professor, the world's changed around you, and you find yourself on a stage dancing with a beautiful woman. Your body just flowing with the moves.
What happened to my water stuff? Is it just gone?
You can't feel it, you can't see it. You're not thinking about it, you're just dancing.
Yep.
I might just.
Okay, at least I can use my hat as a focus. Excellent. I get 19 on a performance check.
Nice.
If I poke my head out of the door,
Sorry, 17. I only have plus 5.
if I like part the door curtain gilded thing, what do I see out there?
Yep, so you open the door and it seems to open into a dark forest that just stretches on.
I've not had that happen before.
Do I see the same thing?
Yep.
And quite clearly no professor.
No.
Oh dear.
Here's a gasp and some light applause behind you.
Something's
performance
going on
continues.
on stage. So do we follow the forest or the stage?
I'm not gonna lie, I think we're fucked either way.
roll for it?
Yeah, let's roll for it.
Wait.
Higher or lower for higher on stage because that makes sense because it's higher than the forest.
Fair
And
enough.
that's a 2, so forest.
First,
Well, majority, but yeah.
I just roll a d4.
Alright, everyone roll a wisdom save.
Here we go.
Disadvantage for Riz.
That would be Raz.
Raz, sorry.
I think Rose
Is
can
it a
pass.
different
15.
Well, that'll
I'm a
be
lucky boy.
22.
I'm
Oh, you got
lucky boy.
You got advantage.
No, I had disadvantage, but I'm a lucky boy. Wisdom. 12.
12. Yeah, so you all step into the forest and look around for a moment. It feels like you've been there for hours. You look at each other, try and remember what you're doing. You're confused at how confused he looks and how confused Smoke looks.
Yeah.
And then the forest just sort of disappears around you, and you've got Smoke and Raz dancing, and you're on stage. And they've all joined in, and their eyes are glazed over as they're dancing along with the performance.
Oh, fuck. Okay, here we go.
That is a 19 on performance.
Right.
Why am I always on this? Clean up all mess. Okay.
15 on performance.
Because you have higher wisdom.
No, we have exactly the same ones.
Feck.
You just hear in your head, strong mind, rare.
Show yourself.
First, my friends, the charms dropped on you and the stage clears. And ahead of you there is a knight wearing full steel armour, standing there with a sword drawn. You can see some blood dripping from under the headpiece, where it looks like if he was a vampire, he's probably been feeding.
Frack.
Everyone roll initiative.
Oh, that's a sound
Oh, boy.
welcome.
That's actually not awful.
Fuck's sake. There we go.
Whoa. Alright, over 20.
Nope.
15 to 20.
17.
17.
Who's going first?
Cheers.
Okay.
You weren't charmed. I was still snapping out of it.
Yeah, that's that.
15?
13.
So is that 10, 15?
Yep.
10.
10. Alright, so yeah, you see this very heavily armoured knight with giant great sword. It looks like the wings of a dragon wrapping around it. You see it's caked in blood, and he's got a blood red cape trailing behind him. Behind him, two others step out in similar armour but without the helmets. You see the glint of fangs.
Right.
And the first one charges towards you.
Okay.
What's your AC?
My AC is 15.
Then 2 strikes and 2 hits.
Ooh, boy. Here we go.
Oh. That's a start and a half.
The first attack does 15 damage,
Wow.
Oh, fuck.
and the second one does 11.
Let me think about that.
Is the blessing
26.
on every attack, or is it like one per round?
Blessing.
Yeah, God's blessing.
So I'm
This
the
is
vampire
not
we're
a
hunting.
vampire.
Okay.
You guys are down to 11 HP.
Do we have a cleric?
I am the cleric.
Oh, ouch.
Fuck.
I'm a healer, probably also equally as a cleric, but yeah.
Okay.
Whatever it is.
As he hits you twice, you see some of the blood just trickle out from under his helmet. And
Do they look dead?
you think vampire?
Oh, fuck. They're up close, aren't they?
This one's very close. The other two are flanking by about 15 feet on either side.
In which case, I will go ahead and pull out my scimitar and take 2 attacks.
Yep.
That is a 26 to
Double
hit,
hit.
and that is a 21 to hit.
They both hit.
Cool. So that'll be 6 damage, and level 3, and so 12 damage total.
12 total. Yeah, with a couple of precise blows, you sort of slice through right with the neck arms, and you see the blood dripping down, and stab him through one of the arms. You see a couple of spurts of blood. He sort of reels back a little bit.
Yeah.
Are you doing anything else with your turn?
I don't think I can, no, because if I move away, I'll get attack of opportunity, and I am not in any place to be doing that right now.
Yep. Professor,
Do I have my quad stuff?
you do.
Good, because my focus is on. Although I can also use my snazzy hat as a focus.
Yeah.
Now, from your description, there's one in front of Clary. The other two are back in a nice little semicircle.
Like a triangle, like an arrowhead.
Cool. I cast Fireball.
Yep.
So I just,
Yeah.
I just go into
A triangle.
I just go You, my wife.
What's your DC?
15.
Roll your damage.
22.
22.
Nice. Oh boy.
So you see the knight in front of you as you cast Fireball, swings his sword up and deflects some of the damage. As the Fireball hits, he sort of just pushes it back with force of will. Still burns away at him, but it doesn't do full damage.
I then take a couple of steps back, breathing heavily, start wondering where I'm going to put my next fireball. So how much of the curtains are on fire and stuff?
None that you can see.
Alright.
But
That
if
you
you're
can see.
looking for it deliberately, you can see that the
Yeah.
curtains are an illusion.
Yeah. But from what I got, the impression I got, everything was old.
Is the stage on fire?
Yeah, basically.
It doesn't seem to be.
Okay.
Alright, so that brings us to Raz.
I was going to say, just looking expectantly, I was like,
So I did move back slightly.
Yep, you would have been out of range to not shoot any attacks, so that's fine. The whole stage would be about 50 feet across. So the two that emerge from one side would be the full 50 feet. The other knight would be about 20 feet in from them. You'd be engaged with him, you would have gone back another 10 or 20 feet from there.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you'd be about a bit towards the other side of the stage.
alrighty. I'm going to attempt, as the fire is clearing from the fireball, to run around the other side of the knight to try and give him a stab.
Yep.
To possibly make use of flanking, question mark?
Well,
Use
it'd
that,
still be
do we?
sneak attack because
Yeah.
we're within 5 feet.
Yeah, in theory.
So even if you don't get advantage.
It's true. Ooh, not much better. 13 to hit.
Yep, so you're using your rapier?
Uh-huh.
Yep, so you try to pierce through what looks like a weak part of the armor, but it seems like it's chained underneath and just slips through the armor a bit and slides down.
Did you pull one of those silver daggers for the other one? Other hand? Probably not.
I was saying, did we have a silver dagger or something?
You have two
Yes,
silver
you've got
daggers.
2 silver daggers.
It's part of the prep.
I'm not gonna lie, I completely forgot about them.
You doing anything else with your turn?
I mean, since I guess I have them, right? I may as well try to use one. Yeah. What are the rules for attacking with a second weapon? I can never remember.
It's exactly the same, it's just doesn't do your dex in damage.
Got it. Same number.
Yeah.
Damn.
Dagger also
So
fails.
you stab through with your rapier with your dominant hand, pull out the dagger and try and slash through, and it just skims off the armor. Smoke.
Oh, okay then. Smoke is going to drink the potion of fire breathing as his action, and that's I don't have many bonus actions that I can really sort of.
Well, I mean, now that you've drunk the potion, you've got one notable bonus action.
Well, I can, but if I attack,
Then I'll shoot
the one
sanctuary won't work.
that's well on the one that I attack.
We do know these guys regenerate, I
Yeah.
assume, from our research.
You've read that vampires regenerate health.
So I don't know if these guys specifically, but
Yeah, well, I'm going to go to the one that's already attacked, and seeing my friends being attacked, I'm going to use a bonus action to breathe fire at it, or just...
Yep, so roll your damage.
What's the range on that melee?
30 feet.
30 feet?
Breathe from 30 feet at one target.
Yep, I'm going to stay 30 feet distance and breathe at it.
He does pass his save, but roll your damage and it'll be halved.
46.
Ooh, that ain't
God
bad.
damn!
That's alright.
18.
18.
So 9 damage. Not bad.
9 points of fire damage, if that's
You
relevant.
hear a grunt as flames sort of lick under the fire, under the armor a bit. You see it come out where the blood is and illuminate it across the armor. Are you doing anything else with your turn?
No, I don't think I can do anything else, so I think that's it.
Yep, cool.
Stay around.
What's your AC?
14.
14. So the other two, seeing you come around behind the knight, charge you with their swords. 3 of the attacks hit you out of the 4.
Upon being hit by anything, I cast Shield for plus 5 AC to 19.
That's plus 2.
Nice.
2 of them will hit you.
Fuck!
It's good, you saved yourself 1 attack.
I will.
Hopefully you won't get
now.
down.
I will not uncanny dodge.
17 points of damage total.
I will not uncanny dodge the first attack, but I will uncanny dodge the second one.
Yeah, so the second one was 10, so... what was that? Take 12 points of damage.
Yep.
And then we go back to the top of the initiative. The knight firstly swings this great sword at you.
Oh boy, I may be down in this one.
Might be. Oh my good lord.
11 points of damage.
I'm down to 0.
Can I have that d6?
I'm
It's
down to
rolling
0.
fucking hot over there.
What are you down to, Russ?
High enough to not be concerned.
What are you down to?
And he turns around with
Not be
his sword
concerned.
and slashes at you. And misses. As you engage him, he turns around, assuming you're still at the same height you were, and swings past.
I'm down.
Yep, I know.
This is not what going.
The thunderous applause.
You just hear him hit you again, and points at one of the guys that was swinging you before. Who
Biggity bitch.
swings at you again and glances off your armour as you duck out of the way. Clary, you are down but not making death saves.
Yep.
Professor.
The knight, is his face covered?
Yes.
Like his mouth
Full
covered?
helm.
Down.
Okay. Any of their mouths uncovered?
Yeah.
Yeah, the other two are.
Cool. First thing I'll do is I'll cast Fireball again because Professor's pissed.
Oh fuck.
He'll cast it behind so it only hits the two behind Brad's.
Yep. One passes, one fails.
That's gonna be a nightmare for you.
20 damage.
20.
Jeez. Dice roller, come on. That's a lot of ones in that.
One of them is looking very burnt and very unhappy. The other one's not looking that happy, but slightly more so.
Now these guys are vampires, so I'm going to make an assumption here. Tell me if I'm wrong. That they are like all like, I got teeth and blood.
No.
No, they're not.
No.
But they were vampires.
Sound like thrall.
No, because I wasn't drinking through the echo. So.
Well, that's...
They weren't the vampire.
You did say we could see fangs.
No, oh yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
Oh,
But you did say we could see fangs.
Yep.
So, okay.
alright.
Well, there goes that idea. No, I'm going to use my cover.
I'll let you roll a quick intelligence check on this one, because it would be something you would have studied.
I'm too angry to care. But I will order my unseen servant to essentially stand above Clary, intercept any hits against her, but also it's got the silver bolt directly above her as well.
Yep.
So, like, you know, if she's laying there, it's like there.
Floating. Yep. Raz.
I have some more attacks in my future, it seems.
The two in front of you that aren't wearing the helmets are looking pretty hurt.
Yeah.
The one wearing the helmet is looking
Unfazed, I guess.
still, it's hard to tell, but he's sort of, his movements have slowed down a bit. He looks like he's definitely not enjoying it, and he's, you know he'd be bloodied at this point from the way he's moving.
Yep. I'm going to use. Can you split weapon attacks between targets?
Yep.
Cool.
Do one then the other.
Yeah, I'm going to use the rapier on the guy who's looking like particularly hurt,
Yep.
and the dagger on the other one. Blue is dagger. Blue is the same number as before, which is
Well, that will
13, and this one is 19. The rapier
That will
19.
hit.
Cool.
This.
So it's 2 hits.
What was the first one?
13.
That misses.
Yep.
19 hits.
Yep. Cool. D8, and these are vampire boys.
You think so?
Okay. Well, joyous. What a joyous 3 damage that I hope is 13.
Which one was that on? The
one
more
that's-
hurt or the less hurt?
The more hurt.
More hurt. 3 damage?
I think so.
Why would it not be?
Because it's silver, so if it's a
It
vampire.
is a silver rapier.
Does 3 damage.
Feck.
Right.
Are you doing anything else on your turn?
Well, yes, I'm going to bonus action disengage
Yep.
and piss off in the direction of these two.
Yep, so you take advantage of when the knight has swung past, you just duck under his off arm and then back underneath so he can't really swing and dash off past Barry to where Smoke is.
And presumably distracting the other two with the weapon strikes.
Yep. Alright, so yep, you're about 30 feet away. Smoke.
How far away is Clary from Smoke?
You wouldn't be far away from her.
I was going to say about 30 feet away.
Oh, cool. Well, Smoke is going to move over to Clary and do something he's never done before. This is exciting. He's going to expend one use of a healer's kit.
I've done that before. You just almost murdered somebody with it.
Not with this. Not with a relatively harmless kit, as opposed to the other one. So it's going to use one of them, and that's pretty good. So that's 9 HP plus additional HP to your number of hit dice.
Okay, cool.
So what's that? 5.
So I've now got 6.
So you got 14 health. So you gain 14 hit points.
Congrats, you can survive exactly one attack.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Yeah. It is
Any
something.
bonus action healing word?
I've got a bonus action mass healing word,
Yo.
but someone doesn't need it.
I'm.
Not to be worried about it. That's what you said, your words. Yep.
You use your healer's kit.
Yep. So and that's the action. The bonus. How much feet would I use with movement to get to?
Oh, you would only been about 10 feet away.
Cool. And the non-vampires are just about 30 feet. So that's basically how far the.
Yep.
Yeah. Cool. Well.
That was before.
No, there's one literally right
Yeah,
in front of
the
me.
first
So
one would
if
be
you
about
move,
5
probably
feet
get-
from you. You moved almost into combat range with him.
Yeah.
And the two behind him have moved in to attack Raz last turn.
Yeah, sure. Well, the one that's nearest to Clary, I'm going to expend another use of the fire breath.
Oh, yeah.
Bonus action. That's, I think, about
16.
equal to last time. Yep, 16.
16. Yep.
No,
You can
it's like-
see he's flung around at Raz. Raz is ducked underneath. You go in and heal Clary quickly with your healer's kit with a herbalism patch. I don't know how you do it.
It's a band-aid. It's a super powerful
6 seconds, I have no idea, but whatever happens.
Yeah.
Smelling salts.
Yeah, it'll do.
You can see him turning around, readying another sword strike, and you just look up and breathe right into his face. It goes up under his helm, and you see it spurt out through the eye slots, and he screams in pain. He's not down yet, but he sounds very hurt. And now it is the other knight's turn. So they come around and attack you. So
So wisdom save.
what's your DC?
I think it's 14 now.
Yeah, so they both pass.
Unless the Shield of Sanctuary just has its own.
If it does, it'll be lower than that.
Yeah.
It'll be lower than yours. Either way, they pass. What's your AC?
17.
17. So they come in and attack. 2 of the attacks do hit. For
1 million damage.
12 points of damage.
Yep, cool. Take it. Obviously. And I choose not to take that damage.
And the knight above you roars in pain and starts swinging his greatsword around at you.
Oh, shit.
Oh, not very effectively from the looks of it.
The first one misses, and he just grunts in pain and readjusts and brings it down, just slams it straight forward into you.
Did he make a wisdom save? Because I actually made it attack him.
Yes.
He passed, I'm assuming.
Yep.
Yeah, of course.
But think of it another way, Smoke. If he didn't, he'd have to hit Clary.
Yep. You take 12 points of damage, and you see him cough a bit of blood, and it spurts out from the bottom of his mask. He says, "Again!" and points at you. And one of the others makes an attack. What was your AC?
17. I mean, 30. 35.
17's enough. Trying to get past the knight, he swings at you and misses. And brings us to Clary.
Oh, enough for.
Alright, well, they're all like surrounding us at the moment, so I'm gonna call Spirit Guardians. So I bring forth spirits to protect me at a distance of 15 feet around me.
Yep.
And they look kind of androgynous, with kind of fey, kind of with their masks, all like kind of hiding their faces. And okay, so when a creature enters the area for the first time on a turn or starts its turn there, it must make a wisdom saving throw. On a failed save, the creature takes 3d8 radiant damage. On a successful save, the creature takes half.
Yep. So on the start of their turn?
Yep. And then I will bonus action take a swing at the one nearest to me with my scimitar.
Yep.
And that's a nat 20.
Yay!
Alright, so just double the number of dice, right?
Max damage on one dice, then roll the second.
Okay, so it'll be 10 plus 8, so 18.
18.
Nice. I mean, yeah!
Nice. So
First time
I just get out and go, oh, and take a swing.
Yeah, you come through and cut deeply across one of the unarmed men. You see it slash through his throat. He starts bleeding out the carotid artery, spurting blood. Not quite dead, but he looks on his very last legs.
Well, when it gets to his turn. Sorry,
Right, is that the end of your turn?
yes.
Yeah. Professor.
So the head knight looks pretty close to death.
All of them are looking pretty rough now.
There's 3 of them.
Yeah. And they're all, best as I can tell, standing over Clary.
Yeah, literally
And
all of
smoke.
them.
And Smoke. The only people who are not in that pile of people is you and I.
I'd rather if you didn't profile a look.
High intelligence, you say?
I didn't ask
Until I use my pearl power in another fight. I'm gonna cast magic missile, and I'm gonna take a chance, 1 each.
Ooh. I like that.
Big guy first for 3 damage.
3?
Worth it.
Just 3?
No.
I'm
Just
still with
three?
my magic missile.
As soon as he starts his turn, he'll get hit by the spirit guardian.
Yeah, you shoot it and go straight up under his helmet. You see it flash from inside.
I'm half just trying to get attention as well. The stronger of the 2 guys, 3.
Yep.
And the weaker of the 2 guys, 2.
They all seem miffed.
I love it.
Oh, well, that was cute.
I understand what the spell. Did you stand up?
Yeah, I stood up, cast spirit guardians, and then just took a swing with my scimitar. Yeah.
I'd basically like to step in behind her with my quarter staff. She looks because I know she's nearly dead. Well, she's severely hurt, and her spell needs to be kept going.
Yep.
Yeah. And that lasts for up to 10 minutes, so.
Alright. Raz.
Alright. From where I am, I'm imagining like entering stage left. Knight's in the middle. Which guy is on the right?
So if you're watching the stage from the audience, the knight's sort of in the middle with his 2 to the left behind him, and you're all on the right hand side of the stage.
So house left or stage left?
I don't know. I'm a DM, not an Oliver.
Stage manager coming out.
You might be right. Hang on.
Stage right.
No, you might be left.
They're coming from stage right, you've come from stage left.
Okay. Yes, got you.
Yeah.
Okay. And yeah, so is it the weaker guy on the knight's right?
The weaker guy would be on his left, just behind him a little.
I was saying I could have expedited this entire process by just saying I flank to the side of the weaker guy. Go to run.
Much easier.
Yeah, go to run past and with the intent of stabbing the knight with the rapier and cutting the weaker dude with the dagger on the way past.
Let's see if you can.
Dagger strike first for 14.
And that's to the knight or the other guy?
The other guy.
Yep, so that misses.
Cool. Worth a shot. And rapier on the knight is 16.
Also misses.
Fuck you, I'm gonna be lucky. Or I'll be less lucky.
Also misses.
It takes pity on you and allows you to strike it.
Nope. Nope, it's not.
Alright, so that was your attack. Offhand attack. Are you doing anything else?
I have nothing else to do.
No. Smoke.
Okay, bonus action, disengage.
Yep.
Move 30 feet away. And then turn back and... Again.
Shout.
Roll
Roll your damage. And you're going for the
just whatever one is most closer. Oh, one of the ones that's...
the one that Raz went for.
Sure.
Yep.
That was more y'all for sure.
14, 16 again.
Good lord.
That is good.
Yep, so you see him turn around, a gallop of fire explodes from his mouth and travels towards this heavily armoured man, and his face is on fire. He lets out a short scream before it's cut off, and you see his skin start to melt, and he just crumples to the ground.
Yes.
Alright, so that brings us back to their turn unless you're doing anything else.
That was action and movement. No, I'm good.
Yeah.
Alright,
You
wisdom
did
save.
bonus action and movement. 'Cause-
Yeah, but I disengaged,
Okay.
so I think it counts as an action.
Alright, they have to take a wisdom save first. For Spirit Guardians.
Yep. So wisdom save of DC.
DC 14.
Yep, they pass.
Okay, cool. So that's still. I'll still do the 3d8 and they take half.
Oh, I think they're all just kind of dead.
Yep.
Let's play this out.
Let's see. 11, 16, so half to 8.
8.
So all of them take.
Well,
Nice.
one's
Well,
dead
the
already.
ones. Pardon?
One's dead already, the other one's not back to his turn yet.
Cool.
So 8.
Yep.
43.
Yep. You take 19 points of damage as he lunges through with a critical hit and slashes straight through you.
19. Alright.
Yep.
And. Yep, so there goes my spiritual.
Oh, so you are a yo-yo today.
You just hear a faint laughter echo around you.
I'm getting targeted. Alright, I'm down to -5. I'm dead. Well, I'm down.
Who else is engaged? You're engaged, aren't you?
Correct. I am the only one.
I am as well.
Are you?
Yeah.
Oh shit, you are. Oh, there it is.
Alright. Actually, who wants to be high? Who wants to be low?
I'll be low.
I'll be high.
Oh, yay.
What's your AC again?
It's currently 14.
14.
Are you going to force me to make it 19 again?
You can if you want.
Have I been hit? That's the trigger.
Sure have.
Then I'll take it to 19, thank you.
Get hit.
Oh, fuck.
For 11 points of damage.
Oh, I'm gonna casually make that 5, thank you.
Then he comes through with a second swing. As he does, you see the blood explode from his throat, and he stops and clutches at it. You hear a gurgle come from under his helmet.
Gross.
And he just finish them. And the other nut will take an attack at you.
Uh-huh.
Can I raise it?
So he swings past.
Would Smoke be worried after his friends take 2 or 3 sword hits?
Clary.
That's it.
That's
That's the
a
question I could
That's
ask
it.
you before. Right.
That's a pass.
pass.
The other thing I can give you is
Professor.
if I'm bloodied or not bloodied.
The nut particularly heard gurgle through his own blood. You've seen his face catch on fire.
Are they within 5 feet of each other?
Yeah, they're basically tagging next to each other.
And they're also basically taking right next to me.
I cast Crown of Madness on the
Nice.
weaker one.
Yeah.
As in the one that doesn't have the helm?
Yeah.
Yep. Wisdom save of
15.
15.
Fuck.
Yeah, you see this
That's how
metal
you play
stuff
divination.
coming up out of his skin, and you just see it twist and fade and disappear.
Cool. I ask Paige to attack the other one. The knight.
How does that work with familiars attacking?
I'm using my bonus action. I don't know if that actually counts.
I think they can. I
No,
think
they can you take the help action. But
yeah, they can take the help action and they
You know what? Roll a d20. If you get a champion fighter critical, 19 or 20, I'll let this happen.
It's whether or not it's actually economy. I know I can order my familiar to attack. It's just whether or not you want to, because she'll get one shot if they remember that she's there.
Yeah. And it costs your action to do so.
That one.
So
So she's over about like 3 meters away, licking up blood.
basically, yeah.
Go, my Elbies! Whoops.
Yeah, right.
Anything else?
They can cast
That's it,
other
that's-
spells.
I don't have any touch spells. If I had a bonus back, I'm next to them anyway. If I had a bonus spell, if I had a touch spell,
Good point. Good point.
I'll just shift my. I'll keep my unseen servant to over Clary.
You don't want to command it to attack?
He can't technically attack. He can stand there holding a piece of silver and hope they run into it.
Alright, right.
Actually, sorry. Can I command my unseen servant to try to attempt to stabilize it?
I'll make the DC 15, but yes.
Is that using my stat block?
It would be a flat 15.
Nah. Almost 12, but
Yeah.
Cool. I'm going to continue on my stabby ways.
Yep. Good plan.
There's only two of them left now. One of them's the big Nike boy, question mark?
Yes.
Cool.
You've heard him gurgling on his own blood and trying to command the other one, barely able to get words out.
That's kind of gross.
His face is on fire, you can see the sizzling under the helm.
Yeah. Is he wearing metal armor?
Yes. They're all wearing metal armor.
Well, hang on, they're all wearing metal armor. I should have started doing this a long time ago. I'm going to try using shocking grasp.
Yep. Which puts disadvantage on a dex save or con save? Con save for the shock.
Shocking grasp is an attack. Shocking grasp is a touch,
so it's a roll
touch
hit.
spell. Yep,
Okay.
and because they're wearing metal, I have advantage on it.
Okay, cool.
Wow. Why do I suck? 12.
Whoa.
You reach forward to go and accidentally grab the professor, and luckily realise before you cast it.
I hate everything. This is awful.
I'm okay, Raz. You don't have to.
Fucking. Damn it.
Alright, Smoke.
Okay then. I'm gonna bonus action. Wait. Raz and Kai would both be within. Would Raz be?
Definitely.
Yeah. Cool.
I am at the very least within 5 feet of her.
Okay. It's gonna cast mass healing word for starters as a bonus action. That was what D4 plus
Mass healing word bonus, or is it an action?
bonus action. Mass healing word.
I thought healing word was bonus, but mass was full action.
Mass is bonus.
Okay.
Yeah.
Mass cure wounds is an action.
Ah, yes.
Yeah. So. Blah, 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 blah,
If it's called healing word, it's bonus action.
Yeah, makes sense. Just say, get better, everyone.
My 5 allies, please stand back up from dying.
Yeah.
On 1 hit point.
Thoughts and prayers, thoughts and prayers.
Oh well, it's four hit points. That's going to be to Clary.
I'll take
I
it.
think I can cast on myself as well.
I'll take
Myself
it.
and Raz.
Okay.
So that's 4 points. It's going to. Oh, it's going to take out the crossbow.
Oh.
I am alive.
Actually, no. You know what? I got plenty of spell slots. I'm going to cast Guiding Bolt. Let's go a level. Let's go level 2. Yep. At the most. Let's go. Yeah, the most bloodied one.
Yeah, that'd be the knight.
Obliterate it.
Yeah, through his arm, you can tell now that he's on death's door.
5d6 at level 2, I believe. Correct me if I'm wrong.
Level 2, I think it'd be more than. Oh, 5, sorry, yeah.
Yep. It's alright. 4, 9, 12, 17 radiant damage.
Nice.
You cast Guiding Bolt, and you see it just go through the armor like it doesn't exist and stop for a moment and then explodes in a shower of light. And you see his head literally explode under the helm and the helm rolls off.
Woo
He
boy.
slumps to the ground.
I wake up just in time to see that happen. Whew.
So there's 1 hit point left.
God damn it, Paige. By the light of Eldak.
You now have advantage on the
Remains. You doing anything else with your turn?
that was a bonus action. I'm going to move. I'm going to do something crazy. I'm going to move into melee with the big guy.
Yep.
Thanks.
To give, not you, to give Raz maybe an opportunity for a sneak attack.
I've had so many opportunities for sneak attacks, I don't know why you're giving me more.
Yeah, I've been here.
Right, so you move in, there's one of these
I
knights
haven't hit a
left.
thing. Oh, I hit one thing for it.
He looks at you, sees
Spied by me.
his friend that literally just had his head blown off. His other friend on the ground drops his sword and says, I yield. I yield.
I put my scimitar up straight to his throat.
I'm sorry, Mr. Fangy Boy.
Straight to his throat. And then just slightly poking it so it's just poking into his neck.
Oh, wait, definitely is. Thralls, possibly.
I mean,
What's everyone else doing? We're technically out of initiative now.
Does a 15 hit?
I was going to say, I'm giving him a stab.
No, it does not. I mean, you've got advantage since he's given up.
I'm too angry with my fireball bolt misses.
I mean, I'll take it. I'll take advantage.
I'll take it, yeah.
Fuck you.
That's a 17 plus 7, so that would be a...
Enough.
Yeah, 24.
Enough.
Cool.
Roll your damage.
That is 6 points of damage.
6 points, okay. What are you attacking with?
My scimitar.
Yep, you cut through him and it's like, I said I yield! And he sort of curls up backwards and tries to scamper away a bit.
Why should I trust that?
There's a thought that Raz has, just like illusions and shit. He suddenly just had the thought, was like, oh, they might not actually be like weird vampire boys. Well, sounds like somebody's just taking another shot. Oh,
Spirals off into the sky.
fucking. Maybe
Why
stop.
are you attacking us?
You hear from behind you because I commanded them to. And out of the shadow steps a stark, beautiful woman with pale white skin and long black hair and a long black dress with sleeves that flow.
I've got my crossbow with silver bolt ready.
Just gonna neck my fire breathing potion.
She just smiles at you.
Touch my pocket and activate my pearl of power.
I'm just gonna quickly cast Cure Wings on myself.
I don't tell
Let's
her.
all just take like a little housekeeping round.
I don't tell her she has
Okay.
an ugly smile.
Up to 10.
Neat.
Actually,
I'm gonna firebolt the guy again.
Please. For God's sake.
I'm tempted to just swing my sword again because I don't trust anything.
16 to hit.
Advantage because he's yielding.
But I think he's a bit more ready now. As soon as I've just been sitting there taking pot shots at him.
Stop trying to hit me and hit me!
If you're quite done, I'll be taking care of him myself soon enough anyway.
Finally. It's like what, 22? Bit more?
Yeah,
It's an impressive show you've got going on.
Ah, yes, thank you.
12.
Points of fire.
That damage.
I was looking forward to doing that myself. Well, the other two proved themselves at least. Too bad about him. Good show, by the way.
I cast fireball.
Sure.
I
Bet it's an illusion.
probably.
Oh, it's not.
Oh,
Trying to make a save.
did she
Or
say that?
No, she grins at you and just
32
Counter spell.
pointless damage.
counter spells.
Well, at least she's down.
In which case,
Oh. Oh god.
now the question is, do I use blindness, deafness, or do I use silence?
Anything, but use it quick.
Agreed.
Alright, I'm gonna
Alright,
go
well,
ahead.
if you insist on getting yourself killed, roll initiative.
Well, I mean,
You might survive yet, we'll see.
started it.
I had my crossbow ready. Is that not enough information, or?
Well, that was it.
well, I'm pretty sure I'm gonna die anyway, so I think you might as well go for it.
Did anyone get above 24?
I got 24 minus
I got 4.
15 to 20 or above?
18.
16.
I think.
10 to 15?
12.
12. And Clary.
Yeah.
Cool.
Bringing up the rear. Hopefully you don't die in the prison.
Anyway.
There we go.
Pick up where we left off, I guess.
Alright.
Where the hell is Stephen?
Where is Stephen indeed?
We better not have just killed him.
Maybe Steven's a vampire.
Stevens with Gronk.
Hey?
Stevens with Gronk.
I thought you said grog there for a second.
Yeah, I was
Oh shit.
like,
Yeah.
Make a wisdom save.
Oh. Oh. 16.
16. She says, you leave, and you feel compelled to leave.
Oh, fuck's sake.
Wow.
Which direction is leave?
She points towards the door.
As soon as it is my turn, I will leave.
Yep. Smoke.
I choose not to wait.
Good. What do you do?
Okay, cool. Well, I've got my crossbow ready. I had prepared it with a silver bolt, so I'm going to let fly. Oh, I get advantage anyway, possibly. No. Does that 8 hit?
It does not.
Shit. Oh, that's a bit of a poop.
And now you know how I feel.
Yes, I do. I do not want to use that. I didn't hit her. So does that mean I still got Sanctuary on myself?
You?
No, you attacked.
You?
yeah, fair enough. Is there anything that looks like I can have a bit of cover in the room?
There are some curtains you might be able to dash and get behind. I'm not sure how much cover it would give you, or
Just imagine a scary movie. And that, but I'm going to go towards the nearest curtain and try to pretend like I do.
with 40 feet of movement, you'd be able to get side stage behind a curtain.
Yeah, can do that.
Do the curtains exist?
Seem to.
Cool. That's all I can do.
Yep.
They didn't exist on Montmartre.
Mr. Professor.
Yeah, exactly.
I say, you're not going anywhere. Kill her. Roll a wisdom save.
Oh, me? Oh, okay.
No run, no killer, no run, no
Please
killer.
tell me that's a port bad rule. You can auto fail this if you want.
I mean, but I've been compelled to leave, therefore I should probably resist any other opportunity. Anyway, 15.
Oh, that's my DC.
Oh.
Well, indeed, the one time I need to roll poorly! Why? Come on!
Are you doing anything else in your turn?
I have nothing else to do. Yeah, the crowd starts forming in your head and vanishes.
Oh,
And you start walking away for your turn.
towards it. Is the door at least 30 feet away?
No, that was about 150 feet.
Your command
Yeah.
is leave.
Oh, a crossbow. Hey? Alright, he's got a solid point there.
Still
You
got.
can walk back and shoot if you really want.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
It's so cool.
I mean, you've got to use your movement to go away, but you can still. She never specified leave and don't attack me. She said leave.
It's almost like she doesn't care.
It's almost like the compulsion is to leave.
Yeah, no, you can attack on the way out, but you just got to keep moving away.
Alright. I'll load up the hand crossbow with one of my silver bolts and fire on my way out. See what bullshit I can pull off. 16?
Does not hit.
Shock at that. Oh dear. That's one of our more reasonable rolls.
You
Right?
sort of line it right up and shoot. It's going straight for her, and you sort of flip to the side and back
Ah, I see she's achieved Ultra Instinct.
and wave. And you keep moving.
Neat.
Clara.
You don't have to leave the ring, you don't have to keep them moving.
What do I want to do?
I mean,
I think about this.
I can bonus action dash to get this whole compulsion thing over with.
I'm thinking. Has she been saying anything while doing this, or like?
No, just smirking and casually waving to Razaz's forceful
So
walk
no
up and
use
try
of
and shoot her.
somatic components. Good to know. Cool.
She did tell that.
With your studying, you would have learned they're innate spellcasters.
Yeah, great. So, in which case, I'm going to go ahead and use one spell to cure wounds myself because I'm still very low on health. So that brings me back up to 14. Still not much, probably going to get deaded. Then, bonus action, I'm just going to go ahead and take a swing with my scimitar, expecting to miss. But
Yep.
we're going to try anyway. Yeah, that's a 14. That's gonna
Does
miss.
not hit.
Come on. Come on.
It's more magic.
Ooh.
Actually,
Sounds like a suggestion.
Yeah, but it's touch based.
Kind of, but then if that was the case, why should we use one word?
Because you already had to use one word.
I feel like Clara's expecting to die despite it. So she's already come close enough to death. She's kind of lost the will to care. So
You swing with your scimitar, and you see her just fade into smoke and disappear through you, or just rematerialize on the other side.
does smoke react to that?
You stop. This is your fault. You named yourself Smoke.
I give you all 50-50 odds of dying.
Oh yeah,
All of you.
absolutely.
You feel her
This is on
fingers
brand.
like sharp claws digging into your shoulder as she pulls your hair to the side and bites your neck. And you take 10 points of piercing damage.
But she takes 2d8 radiant damage.
Yeah.
Does.
Oh yeah.
Well, it's a good thing I used Cure Wounds, because otherwise I'd be down again.
And 9 necrotic damage.
Well, down.
Yeah.
That seems on brand. That seems very on
Roll your
brand.
2d8.
Yep.
Wait, so is that another 2d8 damage?
No.
Or is it just the one?
That was one attack. It's necrotic.
9.
No, like, so like the... Oh, so it's the one attack, yeah.
Yeah, that's a bite. Yeah.
Time.
Are you watching from the curtains?
Yes?
You're watching.
Yeah.
Everyone that's watching, which is everyone now, make a wisdom save.
Oh shit, I chose wrong answer.
Oh, joyous day, another one.
What save, sorry?
Wisdom.
Nope.
17.
19.
So
Nope.
10.
Less than those.
You would have under 10.
Under 10. So you're both blinded as her skin seems to glow and your eyes are just dazzled. And you can't seem to move.
Oh, so just blinded.
Oh, cool. And that brings us to Smoke.
Ooh. Jeez.
Can I think?
Yeah, you're just paralyzed to the... until the end of her next turn.
I am gonna cast Lesser Restoration on myself. Cure myself of that blindness. Not done that before, but I'll do that. And let's see, Clary's. I see everything. So Clary's
Yeah, you saw the
down.
whole thing.
Do I burn another mass healing word? So Raz is you're still taking damage?
Yes.
Alright, I'm gonna use my last bonus action mass healing word. So please be at 1. That's better. Cool, so that's 7 points to myself, Raz, Clary. Professor, you haven't taken anything.
No, just no. I haven't actually heard her.
A lot of emotional trauma, but you know.
Yes, quite a lot.
Yeah.
Cool. So, yep, that's my action. That's my bonus action. So that's all I can do.
Professor, so you're paralyzed.
Yeah,
You can still control Paige.
look through Paige's eyes, and so I'm now watching her. I'm assuming that, thinking quickly in my head, I'm just having work intelligence of 18. I assume that I'm paralysed and the next closest person. So she's down, and she stood back up to cast this spell, right?
Sorry?
So Clary's down. The vampire stood back up to do whatever she just did to us then.
The Brooks was always standing.
Oh, but she bit Clary. Okay, yeah.
hit
So
by-
like,
Then lowered her.
okay. So
Yep, gotcha, yeah.
yeah. So I'm going to work on the assumption she's going to come up to me and bite me. So my unseen servant will flick up behind me, wait just behind me with the silver thing.
Wait till the bite. Yep.
Yeah. So when she comes in to bite me, it's going to shove the silver into her mouth as she swallows.
Nice. That's a cool idea.
And Paige is watching, so I can time it.
Yep. Cool. Raz.
Blind boy is going to try to leave. Because
You gonna make another wisdom save, or?
I have no idea. I haven't been told to.
Yep, make a wisdom save at the end of your turn.
Alright, cool.
Leverage to the
Probably
blindness.
past that anyway.
So you're still blinded. You could still take a shot with disadvantage.
I'm going to instead take the dash action twice, with regular action and bonus action, to try and get this whole compulsion thing over with.
Okay, yeah.
To try and leave in the direction of the door.
Yeah, it's a fairly open area, so it's not too hard to be running in the right sort of direction.
Is
Takes me,
that on brand?
yeah, 120 feet towards it from my original position at this point.
Yeah, you'd be most of the way to the door now.
Yep.
Brave Sir Raz.
Most of the way.
Yeah.
Clary.
All that's left is for all of you to die.
Alright. So, you said that I could sort of focus on illusions. Did I see earlier that were the curtains there or not?
Are you down or?
She's
No,
up.
I'm up because of the healing word, so I've
Healing word
got
again.
7 hit points.
The curtains seem to be there.
Cool. In which case, I'm going to take the action disengage and also create a duplicate. How close am I to the curtains?
About 30 feet away. Smoke went 40 feet to hide behind them.
Perfect. So I'm gonna send one duplicate in one direction, me in the other, sort of hang out that way.
Yep. Cool. She looks right at the real you. And smiles and goes, cute.
Well, at least now I know.
Um,
I think it's instead of just make you prepare to cast it.
And she lets out an eerie whistle, and you see a couple of large black dogs come out from behind the curtains.
Oh boy.
Smoke.
Wait, okay, how far away are these? Oh, behind the curtains. Like,
You're behind the curtains.
the dogs are coming out behind the same
From
curtains?
behind the back curtains.
Oh, the other curtains. Okay, cool. Okay,
Front stage, there is stage.
Where am I from there?
You'd be running towards side stage where Smoke is, and you'd see the dog coming out ahead of you. And
Okay, right.
Okay, Smoke is going to... Oh, jeez. Pee a little bit. Gonna load the crossbow and just take a shot. No, actually, cast Guiding Bolt at the blasted vampire.
Everyone can remake their saving throws now, by the way.
Oh, one. Yeah.
Oh, you can. Everyone else has the effect card, so no longer blinded, no longer paralysed.
Yeah.
So you can try and fight the compulsion now.
Oh, yay.
Okay, I'm gonna cast Guiding Bolt at the vampire. Mm-hmm. Oh wait, no, that's getting ahead of myself. 23.
That hits.
Oh yeah. Come on.
And that's radiant damage, isn't it?
Yeah, 4 6s.
Yeah.
4 6s. No, that's alright. 7, 10, 15.
15? Yeah. So you cast your guiding bolt and it hits her square in the chest and just lights her up.
Yep. Great. So the next person's got advantage.
Professor, you snap back to yourself. You see her glowing a different colour the last time when she blinded you.
Why the hell not? I'm going to cast Hold Person.
Does that count as a... It's not
It's a
advantage.
wisdom save to
Yes.
hang a spell, isn't it?
Save, yeah.
What's the pass?
15 or more.
Yet you feel her just freeze up with your magic restraining her.
Yes!
Queen.
So that's next person's got what?
Double advantage.
No, that's not regular advantage, unfortunately.
I will say
I needed to.
she's held quickly. I don't know how long I can hold it.
Neat.
Alright, Raz.
I believe I still have 30 feet to go.
Oh, I will ask. Is her mouth open?
High or low?
High.
No.
Stacey, every other thing you've done tonight's been a high.
Yeah.
Don't blame me, the dice want it to work this way.
But you rolled the dice, Cody. You rolled the dice.
I've seen how your dice been rolling compared to his.
I'll say that's why I blame me. Alrighty. Yeah, I'll walk up to that door. Let's give that an open because I assume the compulsion says to leave, not necessarily to just get to a door.
Open it, you step outside to the streets of Old Brampton.
Is Stephen out here?
No.
What's a shot?
You feel your compulsion just to your left now.
What's the range of the crossbow?
High enough, it's a matter of whether he actually goes back in.
I choose life.
Fair enough, fair enough. We will miss you.
I mean, with my dice rolls going the way they are, I am going to go back in, but it's not to fucking fight, let me tell you.
Trying to loot the curtain.
No, try and find fucking Stephen.
Alright, yep.
I'm gonna go back in, use bonus action dash to fucking have a little look around in this little... Where am I now?
You'd be out in the foyer.
Yeah, I'm gonna have
Come
to
back
have a
in.
look around
Yep.
in this foyer area. I don't know if I have to roll anything this turn for that.
Did you use your movement to get out? Or
Yes.
Just move it.
You could roll disadvantage this turn. Just a quick glance.
May as well. Get fucked. 13.
Yeah, you don't see anything.
Oh, why not? I assume she's in range of the hand crossbow.
Yeah, I think it's like 120 feet.
Yeah.
So you'd be rolling with disadvantage, you'd be about 150 plus away.
No, I had
From the door.
to bonus action dash just to get back in the room.
Yeah.
Oh, fuck. You're right. Oh, well, I mean, look, with her being held and glittering like a goddamn Christmas tree,
Because she is held, I'll get rid of the disadvantage and have a straight roll if you want to attack.
that was basically what I was going to
Yeah.
say, yeah.
Yeah.
Or the guiding bolt.
That is how
Basic
that
rule.
Yeah.
mechanically
Yeah.
works.
Doesn't matter.
No, it doesn't. I fell just short of breaking my own hand crossbow.
Yep.
Illustration or?
There's a
yes.
stage about 10 feet ahead of her.
Yay.
Yeah.
Larry.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna try and go ahead and move behind the curtain. And picking out, I'm gonna get my duplicate because it's only, about 30 feet away because I only moved the duplicate and me.
How far away can you cast? Or you cast it on yourself and then let it move?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I can get it to move 30 feet back to the vampire, and I'm just gonna, for the fun of it, cast Inflict Wounds. Just because it's an illusion doesn't mean it can't do damage.
Can't use Revivify now.
That's unfortunate. I mean, we don't have the material for it anyway.
Alright.
You need a gemstone, like 100 gold pieces or more.
That is a 17 to hit.
That is the AC.
Woo! Okay, right. And then it will be.
And lucky it's held person because she can't cast shield.
Oh boy.
What, 300 GP? Oh.
That's it.
Yeah.
Okay. And that is 16 necrotic damage.
16 necrotic. Yep, cool.
And that's my turn.
Yep. Now it's her turn again. So she pushes a spell back and glares at you. That's the end of her turn. So smoke.
Okay, I'm just gonna go and light her up again. So you're gonna keep hitting her with the guiding bolt. So just level 2. I'm almost out of spells. 21.
21 will hit.
Hey.
Because we really need your silver daggers in there.
That's pretty good. 16.
16.
Shows a rogue, so I can bonus that and hide.
Did you get your scimitar silver?
No, so I was worried about it losing the magic of the whole scimitar speed in the process.
Yeah, but then you could have a skull flail of speed.
What is a small helicopter?
You can fly around like
I can't
four.
wield flails. I can't wield most weapons.
Says you.
Because no, like mechanically.
Oh.
Professor.
Okay, she's lit up again.
She's very sparkly.
If I damage her in a way that doesn't require a 2 hit, does that give it a guiding bolt? Basically, if I cast magic missiles, they're going to ruin the guiding bolt.
No.
I mean, it does hit, but also no.
At this point.
Yeah, because guiding bolt says the next attack, not the next instant damage.
I can bonus an attack.
3, 4, 3, 7. Wait, more than that, 10.
I'm just gonna keep on fighting.
I'll take your word for it because I was counting until you started as well.
I know.
10.
Yep. So you see the stars and mist are explode.
I haven't moved away or anything like that.
Wait, do we
Yep.
just... Do we just lose advantage again?
No. No.
Raz.
Neat.
You get sneak attack if you got advantage.
Yes.
So you get advantage with guiding bolt.
Correct.
You can get sneak attack. Sweet.
I know.
Have to get back there first.
Oh, that's true, yeah.
Yeah.
Good point.
Fuck, there's a bonus action dash so I can get some more distance to within 60 feet of her now, I think. And take another shot with the silver crossbow bolt. Fucking fine a goddamn Lee, 22.
22?
Yeah.
Christ!
Yep.
Alright.
I didn't think about using shield when you...
Yeah, I'm just trying to work out if she's not going to roll for it.
Oh, come on.
She's not paying attention to everything else going on.
Fuck,
Yeah.
thank God.
It's kind of intention, like the illusory duplicate's gone.
Fucking hell. 16, 18, 20 points of piercing damage,
Nice.
plus 10 because
So
silver.
30. Nice!
Hell yeah.
Finally!
Imagine 3 turns of that is what we missed.
This is straight through the clavicle, and you see it smoke a little bit as it hits, and she hisses a bit and her fangs elongate.
That's what we like to call a fuck you.
And she turns and stares straight at you.
Uh-huh.
Her eyes glow red.
The fuck is up?
Bring it, bitch.
What's your AC?
14.
Yep. She...
I can be persuaded to make it higher.
You can if you want. It hits.
I will do so. It's now 19.
It still hits.
Oh, God damn it!
She takes 2d8 radiant damage.
Does.
It will.
Wait, no, melee.
Yeah, that's what she does.
No, it's just attack.
No, it's just melee.
Yeah, man.
You take 8 piercing damage.
Uh-huh. Is it from my own crossbow bolt?
No.
Damn it.
I'd like to have that back.
Alright.
And 11 necrotic damage. Roll 2d8.
What's what happened? What happened?
So she just twisted into smoke and appeared behind him, gripping her like you saw him.
That's not
Sinking his teeth. Sinking her teeth in.
I mean, horrifying.
neat. There we go. Ah, hot twist. I'm the vampire. 9.
9.
Is Beaver.
Yep.
Yes.
I mean, we've both got bit now,
That's
so.
true. Yeah, yeah.
Oh.
So that was her legendary action, Clary.
She's now 60 feet away from all of you.
Okay. Let me just check the range of Sacred Flame.
It's a lot.
It's 60 feet.
It's a lot.
So, just in range? Well, it'd be in range of my duplicate.
That's 100% in range, but she's literally grappling Raz right now.
Correct.
And you are currently restrained.
Oh, I am?
Yep.
Alright,
That's
I need her to make a dex save.
Make a dex save.
Oh. Oh, I don't have a veteran yet. 20 something.
That's fine.
Yep. Damage.
Oh, damage. Yay! I wasn't expecting it to come up.
She rolled like a 1 and a 2.
Okay, that's a 6 radiant.
6 radiant. Yep. Cool. Do anything else?
6 radiant damage. Am I still restrained since
Is
she's
there
taking
anything else I want
damage?
to do at the moment?
Dicks.
Think not. I'm just gonna just sort of duck back behind the curtain, but otherwise not really, and then move a bit around the curtain so I'm not in exactly the same spot as I was before.
Yep. Roll a intelligence check for me.
Okay.
Oh, wait, I get 7
6.
points. That's the last thing work.
Yeah, you did.
Should probably get up in a grill.
Yeah.
Attack me, take damage.
I would be on 2 HP if not worse.
Glad I did some good.
You take 7 more damage.
Who's you?
You.
Oh.
The one that she's engaged with.
Uh-oh.
So,
And 8 necrotic damage.
Cool. So that's 15 damage total.
Yep.
Taking me to a total of -2.
No!
Dicks.
We need to get you back up because that damage.
Yeah, bud.
yep, so I got it.
I sincerely hope you do.
And the 2 black dogs
wow.
start moving towards centre stage.
Oh, I feel all that then.
They're gonna do a dance to roll the performance.
They seem to be focusing on you. Because you're still on the stage. And it is Smoke's turn.
Cool. How far away would Raz be?
Raz,
60 feet away.
behind a curtain.
I didn't move last time, I believe, so that means I've got Fearline's agility, so...
Correct.
Yeah, I use that, move towards Raz, and I'm going to use an action of a healer's kit. So I've got 2 spare, ideally. So, what was that? D4 plus...
You just slap him in the face on the way down.
Yeah.
that one. Oh yeah, D6 plus 4 plus 6 die. Cool. That's a 2. So 6 plus, I'm assuming 5 hit die, so 11. Restore 11 points there.
Cool.
And then I'm. So 60 feet. Fearline's agility, yep. So that's all of my movement, I believe, just to get into there.
You correct.
Cool. Yep. That's all I can do then. Hopefully I don't have to use more than one. That's it.
Yeah, cool. Professor.
How much control do I have of my magic missiles?
I imagine you can do exactly what you want with them.
Cool. I would like to knock the crossbow bolt in her throat deeper in, then snap it off, and then just hit her in the face against fire.
Yep.
That's why you're asking.
Yes.
Neat.
I will move closer. I'll move my movement closer just so I can get a better look.
Yep.
Yeah.
So it's done its damage, but I'll let you do the attack bonus with this first magic missile that hits.
So that's 4 plus 10. Mm-hmm. I assume the one that snaps it off
Does nothing.
does nothing.
No.
And then just the other one hits for 4 damage.
So 4, 10, 14, 18 total.
Yep.
Nice.
Very cool.
Yep. Yep, cool. Anything else?
Yeah, so when I've seen this place without its illusion, it's like dusty and rotting and stuff.
Yeah, it looks like it's been abandoned for years.
I like my Unseen 7 just to get a handful of dust and throw it in one of the dog's faces.
Yep, roll a d20.
Nice.
9.
You throw 9 specks of dust.
Start moving forward.
I think it's worth a shot.
Raz.
Cool. I just imagine him going like on the way down, like Punch Out where you start, just like just try to turn around and just try to cut it with the rapier, and then use the bonus action to spit fire at her.
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
Fuck you, unlucky. I am slightly lucky with a natural 20.
Yes.
Slightly luckier than you.
Slightly luckier than usual.
How do
Christ.
you want to do this?
Not that lucky. Is she engaged with anyone else?
You and Smoke, because you're at her feet while Smoke ran in.
So,
How does this shit work? So I have sneak attack that gets critted as well.
Yeah, it's all dice. I should.
So a d8, a max d8.
Mm-hmm. So 8 plus a d8.
Do I take max sneak attack damage as well? So
Just
that gets
double
crit too.
damage. Double dice for.
Just double on those? Okay,
Yeah.
cool. So 5 more
Plus
piercing.
8.
Yeah. And double this situation, which is, Jesus H. Christ, 26.
Nice.
All of that plus, oh God, good God, 8 plus 8 plus 26.
so 16 plus 26.
42.
Thank you.
42.
Plus 10.
For 52 points of damage.
Oh my god, nice.
And a dex save, thank you very much.
Yep.
What is that in?
Alright, so it's still half.
For 15 points of fire damage.
Wow.
Christ
Oh,
alive!
done a lot of damage just then. Wow.
With fucking 2 attacks land out of like what, the 8 that I've made this session?
But you can do that.
She's not
Smoke
happy.
looks down upon Raz with a sense of pride.
Alright, Clary.
I imagine
That's my
he's still,
job. Keep you alive.
I imagine he's still in like that like kneeling position.
I'll go ahead and send another Sacred Flame her way.
Yep.
Oh, wow. What was that? 60 something?
There's a lot.
Yep.
There's a lot.
Roll damage, or did you make the save?
Roll damage.
Cool. That will be another 6 radiant damage.
6. Yep.
And I think for now I might
Please.
also use my. I'm gonna get my illusion to sort of stand towards the center near where you are and conjure up my spiritual weapon and go ahead
Yes.
and attack one of those dogs.
Yep.
So that is 24 to hit.
That'll hit.
Let's double check spiritual weapon because I haven't used it in ages. 1d8. Okay, so that's 11 points of damage.
Yeah, cool. Anything else?
No, I'm good. I'm gonna stay where I am behind the
I don't
cabin.
have much to do.
She disappears again and reappears right in the middle of you.
Feck.
It's in the middle of your body.
In the middle of.
Everyone, right in the middle of the room.
Like,
Oh.
And she tilts her head back and just screams at the top of her lungs. You can feel it vibrating. Everyone make a wisdom save.
Will the curtains help with acoustics? No. Wisdom save?
In this awful hole.
Yeah, right. If anything, to make it worse.
I remember with the research people, we were meant to block our ears.
Yeah.
Would have been a good idea.
Yeah.
My character would have remembered.
23. La 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 la. Can't hear you. La la la.
15.
10.
24.
Fucking Jesus.
I think rolling high, but wisdom save +6, so.
So you got
15.
10.
everyone else.
23.
24.
You two take 27 points of damage.
Oh shit.
So you 3, and you take 54.
What?
Oh.
I'm down.
So that's not instant death.
Good.
Well, I'm down.
Could have been very close.
Does the silver crossbow bolt in her throat change anything there?
Yes, it hurt her a lot twice.
Well. I'm just going to be over here calculating how close I can to
smoke?
literally just straight up down.
Well, I'm down.
Down?
I think, 26, unless I forgot to add more health from before, which I don't think I did. Yeah, so that's 26 minus 27.
Oh, damn.
Healer's down. You gotta get me up. Is
I'm
anyone?
definitely down.
We're all down, aren't we?
No, the only one who's up is over there.
If you can heal me at all, I can heal other people.
He's not able to.
She's a vampire. She's going to regenerate.
Correct.
If I don't kill her, we're dead.
Basically.
She used a legendary action to teleport halfway across the room and start taking it towards the door.
Holy shit.
So did you told me before, did you want me to make a death saving throw?
Half health.
Yeah, if you were down below 1.
I was, yeah.
I don't know.
Cool, that's one save.
Yep.
I am going to cast fire bolts at her, probably. I'll just double check in case there's a wizard spell cantrip that can do radiant damage.
I don't think there is, 'cause I think it's like a divine thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Generally speaking.
No, I think one of the new ones. But anyway, I will do fire bolt.
Oh no.
No, it was 18, 17. That's not going to hit. So throw one across. I command my unseen servant and page to chase her.
What page is based on, is it?
Well, actually,
I'm saying so it's 20, I think.
Yeah.
yeah, unseen servant I won't actually, because I realised as soon as it goes out, unseen servant has 60-foot command range.
Yep.
Page is 40 foot, including 30 foot of climb.
Mm-hmm.
But chase is like also snow and stuff like that.
Yep, cool.
It's follow more than Rapin's claw.
Yep.
I'll then run up to those two.
Yep. Raz.
Death save?
Yep.
Neat. No.
Oh no.
Is that a death not save?
That's a failure is what that is.
Clary.
At least it wasn't a 1.
That's a failure.
Oh Christ, that bike.
Do you keep your previous success saves, or do you just get, or does it restart every
Reset.
time? Yep,
Yeah,
cool.
so
So I
that's
know
free,
one
essentially.
failure.
Oh, no. So you keep your success.
Oh, I keep
so
my
it's
one
the first
success.
of 3, essentially. Yep.
Cool. Well, that's something at least.
The vampire, quite gracefully, but just sprints towards the door, flinging it open as she gets there, and you see her right on the door's edge, and that's the end of her turn. Smoke.
Yep.
You also notice that the dogs have turned around and started walking off behind the curtains.
Whoa.
Oh no.
1 failure.
Professor. You're in front of these two, they're both down, bleeding out. Not bleeding out, they just seem on the ground.
Well,
going
probably
paler.
bleeding out because there's a bite in my neck, but you know.
That probably doesn't help.
There is a growing pool of rich flowing blood around Raz at this point.
He will.
Is that 2 days?
She's in range still.
Yeah. No,
How close to death do you
what?
walk?
For what?
5 bolts.
What's the
Hey, I can
120 feet.
last up
Yeah.
to 2 more turns.
If you move towards the last turn, yeah, that should be
Potentially.
in range.
Well, at least 1 more turn, so I'd say go for it.
I can cast a spell. I will firebolt. Oh! Crit.
Yes!
Oh,
No, I didn't want a 1 though. 7, 14.
14? Yep. Yeah, you hit her with this flaming sphere of fire, and you see her robe start burning up, and she screams. And
God.
that brings us to Raz.
As a bonus,
Oh.
I would like to attempt to stabilize Smoke with my Unseen Servant. Nah.
Bloody rubbish. And that's
Ozzy very nearly gave him another death failure for
Damn
that.
it.
I'd say just keep doing what you're doing and deal damage.
yeah, keep going.
Well,
She's going to be out of my range next
we'll
time.
be alright.
Thank God.
Will we?
Yes.
I can't keep up at this point.
Yeah.
So,
But still keep doing damage.
Raz?
I rolled an 18.
Yep, cool. Clara?
That's another failure.
Oh, fucking hell.
2 failures. Attempt to stabilize it.
You see her still shrieking, just go out the door and just fly straight off into the night sky.
Bitch!
Smoke.
That's a failure.
Him.
Professor.
I was at Smoke trying to help.
Yeah.
I probably can't. Nah, that's too cheesy. I can't do that. I stabilize Smoke.
Oh.
Unfortunately, stabilize is not the same as get up.
I will then have my Unseen Servant succeed at stabilizing.
Shit. Wow.
So I'm stabilized because I was 1 away from dying.
Raz.
All that's left is for me to roll a 1 on this dice.
Don't do it.
Oh, that's a 10! Oh, wow.
That's a pass.
See, that's 2, isn't it?
Yeah, that's 2.
Yeah.
Alright, out of initiative now, so just got Professor to
Fucking Jesus
stabilize.
Christ.
Stabilize.
Oh, fucking Jesus Christ.
Wow. That happened.
I'm gonna go.
Stabilised bleeding on the floor. Paige chased the Brookser to the door
Yeah.
and lost trail there.
All right, I'm gonna keep an eye over them. And ask Paige to find Sir Stephen.
Yeah, it doesn't take long before she comes back and pairs and rubs up against you. He's backstage.
Is he alive and conscious?
He's alive, not conscious. She reported that she smelled blood and could see the same marks as your friend's on his neck.
Oh, fuck.
I will head out there. I'll give him the rogue's pat down. Does he have any healing potions on him?
He does his bandolier. He would have healing potions on there.
He will feed him a healing potion.
Yeah. Oh, what happened? Where am I?
You're at the theatre. She charmed us.
No, I was at the temple.
It doesn't matter. What's important is you're barely alive and she's just run. The others need your help.
What happened?
We fought her, but powerful. She was powerful. She
You
managed
hear
to.
a growl come from behind you. You turn around to see one of these giant black dogs. And there's a bottle in its teeth. And it sort of walks towards you and sits. And lifts its head.
Stephen, they're in the theatre in the middle.
I'll see to them. Yes, oh. I missed her. And starts heading towards the...
So this thing's got a bottle in its mouth.
Yeah.
Can I work out what it is?
It looks a lot like a wine bottle.
As an alchemist, do I think it's like an alchemy fire or anything like that?
No. No, it looks like a bottle of wine.
It was clearly presenting it to me. I have a feeling it's going to be some form of mockery. I'm going to go up. Hold out my hand.
Drops it in your hand. And yeah, it looks like a very nice bottle of red wine.
Anything in it?
Yeah.
Message.
And smells like red wine.
Odd. Good boy. I head back out there.
Yeah.
Not turning my back on them and not running.
As soon as you take it, looks at you, makes sure you've got it, and then it turns and disappears into the curtains. By now the illusion's dropped completely and you see yourself in this dilapidated old playhouse.
Well, those of us who are conscious.
Yes.
I'm dreaming about the tabaxi one.
You're all conscious now.
Okay, yeah.
She got away, didn't she?
I'd like to try to work out what this is before I go out. Is it is it just a normal wine? That's basically what I'm trying to work out.
History check with disadvantage.
It's from Barovia.
Nah, 9.
Probably from Perugia. It's definitely something magical, more like a poison than something enchanted. But alcohol is a poison itself, so it might not be something to actually harm you.
Goes in my bag.
I mean, speaking of wine, I'm going to pull out that flask from God knows how many sessions ago that I filled with expensive wine.
Yep.
Just give that a swig.
Give me the bottle. From the bag of holding. Now I need it.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Thank you.
I'd like to look to see why my fireball didn't set the stage on fire.
Yep. In here it's completely salt damped. A lot of it is rotted, but it's not dry.
Yep.
Same with the curtains.
So, what's our plan from here?
Rest in safety.
Well, if you defeated it enough for it to run, it shouldn't be coming back anytime soon.
What does that mean?
Can't really take much solace in that.
It means you've done your job. But there will be others she'll terrorise, no doubt.
Yeah, that's...
Well, I feel like we have more things terrorising the entire city to worry about.
Hey, maybe she'll fuck around with the devils for a bit, who knows? That's often the last thing we let out from some horrible plane of
Devils do have
existence.
blood too.
They do, yeah.
Either way, you made her run. I survived.
I use my last spell slot to cast Cure Wounds on myself at 2nd level.
Yep.
Oh yeah, since I'm conscious now, how much HP do I actually have? Because I'll tell you right now, I had minus 47.
Yeah.
You've got... everyone's got 12 that's in the room.
Alright,
Cool.
let's do that.
Okay. So we need to return to the mansion and recover that scream she did.
11, 23.
Well, your job's done, you should feel good. The people of this area will be safe again, for now, from her at least.
For now, from that.
Excellent. Can you just sign this piece of paper to that effect?
Why would I sign it?
Well, you are a respected paladin of the city.
You're a respected scholar.
Oh, that is true. Thanks.
Does anybody else feel like they're in dire need of a neck rub?
I'll just take it with my hand up and just like, fine.
Well,
Thank you, but that's not what I was referring to.
well, we could go and see
I'll go back to that bathhouse.
There was just these...
J-Buzz.
Yeah, there was just these giant puncture wounds in his neck.
Yeah, just heal on the top of it.
Well,
So-
J-Buzz might be able to help with that.
You
Think I can get
gain
mates, right?
8 hit points.
Neat.
I know it's not the outcome we'd hoped for, but I think we should be happy with what's being done here today.
I'm happy just living.
Yes. No mean feat, that's for certain.
Quite frankly, I'm shocked you're all alive.
Me too. Shocked any of us are. More powerful than I anticipated.
I certainly had a few fun dances with death today.
It seems like we had a few close shaves today.
I also say play on words to do with death.
I don't understand what any of you are saying.
Neither do I.
You nearly died on stage?
There it is.
No, because you... Yeah.
No, I
Well,
wasn't on
it's a shame
stage.
about the illusions breaking. It would have been fun to have a bit of an audience for that one.
Can we please leave? There are still 2 giant dogs here.
Yes.
Yes, that was rather strange.
What was rather strange?
The dogs.
What about
presenting-
them?
They never attacked us.
I'm sorry,
Rather than dog
presenting.
with a bottle in its mouth.
A bottle?
What did you do with that dog?
The dog.
Yes.
Just let it go and...
Where's the
Did it
bottle?
attack you? Wasn't a
No,
problem.
no.
Not
No,
gonna be a
I took the
threat around
bottle
here.
out.
Won't be a threat around here.
I felt they were under control still.
Perhaps a good thing, perhaps not.
Is it something that should go in the bag?
Where's the bottle?
dog?
I'd like to see it.
I have it in my bag. I believe it's poisonous.
I mean,
The tainted gift, the victory epitaph.
I think I can do it today, but potentially some other time. Perhaps Smoke and I could check the bottom for poison.
I mean, if you wish, just go into it in my alchemy kit when we got back. But
Yeah. Oh.
if you want to, you can. Yes, of course. Could you please leave?
Yes, back to the manor, I say.
So the man.
So yeah, you head out and head back to the manor. The streets seem quieter now. It's almost like yes, it's almost like there was a spell that was extending out from here that's dulled down. The unease that you felt before is gone in the area, and you head back to your manor.
I'm just drinking the other bottle at this point.
Purple flashes as you open the gates and step inside, and head to the door. And opening it up, you see Gorda there, passed out on the steps leading up.
Ah, good. He won't see that we're not giving him alcohol.
I mean, we do have additional alcohol, but I wouldn't.
No, not for long.
That's my bottle now. Just drinking from
Yeah.
Which one?
both.
Well,
No,
I've
not
got.
that bottle. Not that bottle. No, no.
I was gonna say it doesn't matter which
Definitely
one.
not. I
'cause
don't have a
the other
death.
one.
I mean, yes, I do have a death wish, but no.
I have some sort of crazed life wish.
I just maybe want to check on Gordon, just make sure that is it alcohol or is he just passed out?
How are you checking on him?
Probably a medicine check, I guess. Let's see.
But how are you doing it physically?
I was checking his pulse, making sure that he's still alive, and just having a look at
On his neck? You checking on his neck?
Checking his neck, and yeah, just paranoid, just quickly checking. See, I got a 23.
He's perfectly fine. As you touch his arm, piss off.
Gladly.
Okay.
That's
Gladly.
Twitter.
So you all head upstairs, roll out your bedrolls and get some rest. I will get Clary and Raz to make a constitution save.
You thought.
That's a 6.
Oh, this is interesting.
1!
Are you a lucky boy?
No!
You've used all out?
Yes!
So you both fall
Surely
asleep
not.
along with the other two. Throughout the night you have these very strangely, vividly erotic dreams of this vampire that you can't seem to resist.
Wait.
Uh-huh. Do go on. Or not. Preferably not.
And we'll see what happens when morning comes next week.
What's True Blood?
Also, I am becoming a vampire. Okay.
I don't think you're the only
Gorda
one.
keeps the door and is like, suck it.
Oh, Jesus.
Christ.
So that's where we're going to leave it, guys. So thanks for sticking around. Thanks for watching. Be sure to tune in next week to see what happens next. And Thursday, Star Wars.
Yes.
And Monday, Princes of the Apocalypse. I believe.
And you're heading off for a while?
Yeah, I'm
God.
definitely going to be gone for a while, so I guess
months.
it's turning into a vampire, just fucking off.
Yeah,
But, yeah, I'm off to Brisbane for the next few. I'll be back hopefully in June for a little bit, but
Where in
otherwise.
Faerun is this Brisbane you speak of?
Oh, I don't know, far away from here.
Down near Chult.
Oh, yeah, the humidity, oh my goodness.
But yeah, Star Wars Thursday, and then Prince of the Apocalypse Monday.
But don't worry, this is definitely not the last we've seen of Clary.
Nah, she'll be back eventually.
We'll see what happens in the meantime.
Oh, Jesus.
So thanks, guys, and we'll see you all soon.
So.